Good afternoon. It is 3 o'clock. I'm Joe Spanano live from the Shoney's out in Dixon. It's the first victory Monday for the Titans after a 20-17 overtime win versus the Patriots at Nissan Stadium on Sunday. However, it did come with some bad news for the Titans. Center Lloyd Cushenberry suffered a torn Achilles and will miss the remainder of the season. And safety Quandre Diggs suffered a season-ending Liz Frank injury that requires surgery. Around the NFL, Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott's hamstring injury from Sunday was worse than initially feared, and he's expected to miss multiple weeks. Also, 49ers have opened up the practice window on running back Christian McCaffrey, who is tracking to play on Sunday. Also, a trade today in the NFL as the Broncos are sending edge rusher Baron Browning to the Cardinals for a 6th-round pick. That follows their signing of outside linebacker Jonathan Cooper to a 4-year, $60 million deal over the weekend. Tonight, Monday Night Football between the Chiefs and the Bucs in Kansas City. Kickoff is at 7:15, and you can catch the Westwood One call of that game starting at 7 right here on the Zone following the Brian Callahan Show. Also, welcome back college basketball. Number 12 Tennessee opens its season up tonight at home versus Gardner-Webb. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. on ESPN+. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Tennessee, Vandy, and the Titans all won. There's that. First time since A to Z Sports did the research. First time since 2022 that happened. Broadcasting live in Dixon at Shoney's. We've already hit the fresh food bar. And let me tell you something. The baked beans are on point.
And you know what else?
I start with that. Yeah. Everything is great.
I'll come on the backside and let you know them ribs on point, too.
That's what Kirby just said. Kirby's like, I'm going to try one rib. And he tried it. He's like, man, that's the truth.
No, it's good. I'm telling you, I got to always keep it 100. You know what I mean? You got to keep it 1,000. Now, the only thing I would have did different is add a little bit more sauce to it. But everybody's not a sauce guy. So you can get your own sauce and add it, you know what I mean, before you flood it and mess it up for everybody. So I like how they did that.
And the fried chicken we got, and then we went back and got more.
Man, the Louisiana hot sauce with the skin on that chicken, man, that's so – they might need to put that out on Sundays. That's Soul Food Sunday style right there.
There you go. Dawn Davenport is on assignment. She should be back tomorrow. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. Ooh.
Might as well.
I'm in the building. Damn.
College basketball opens
I'm in the
tonight.
building. I'm in the building. There it is. There's a lot going on this weekend, y'all.
What's going on with you?
I couldn't get my voice together for it. That's probably the first time I ever messed it up.
Slay Dog in the house. We have tons of football to talk about from the weekend. How about the Titans taking down the Patriots 20-17 at overtime? It is a winning Monday on 3HL. 615-737-1045 if you want in. Delicious has been trending at Shoney's for more than 75 years. Make sure to head in for a delicious meal today at one of Shoney's Middle Tennessee locations, preferably Dixon. That's where we are until 6 o'clock. Your chance to win Tennessee, Mississippi State tickets. Get by here, sample the fresh food bar, and get your name in the box with an Eki Bop. You do not have to be here to win. Now, each hour we're going to give away a Shoney's gift bag, too. A gift basket, I should be more clear. But you do have to be here to win that. So 3:45 segment, 4:45 segment, 5:45 segment, we will give away a Shoney's gift basket. Shoney's always fresh, always delicious. Let's eat. Locations, Clarksville, Lebanon, Donaldson, and right here in Dixon. Again, stop by, eat, register to win Tennessee, Mississippi State tickets for Saturday. We'll do that about 5:50. And we also, as I mentioned, have Shoney's gift baskets each hour. Broadcasting live from Shoney's in Dixon. By the way, Shoney's on the social media front, Instagram, Facebook, and X at Shoney's. If you want to watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch, please. The Evan Bank chat is open, and you can do it there.
Yep. Slacking, Zeph. What you going to do, dog?
Yeah, I forgot Don wasn't here.
I mean,
that's on me.
Yeah, we are sitting in front of you.
Yeah, that's on me.
There's a guy that pulled up that has a sign outside that says, or reads, I guess it's not saying anything, but it reads, "Car ain't got no roof," I think.
No,
like that.
No, he's in the building.
Oh, he's in the building.
Yeah, 104.5, the Zone.
Okay.
Yeah, they let the people know, man. If you're looking to see who's in the building, get in here.
I'm about to put it out on at 3HL 1045 on Twitter.
That would be great.
There you go.
That would be great, though.
Instagram at 3HL. How was the VIP party? Let's start there. Speaking of get in there.
Hey, man, listen. I thought coming into it, like, you understand what the records are with the Patriots, and you understand what the record is with the Titans. Both teams.
3 total wins.
Yeah, like together, combined, not just one team.
Right.
Combined. So, I mean, hey, if people didn't show up, I was going to be like, man, dang. But I failed to realize the power of the fanatic. The power of the fanatic and the power of trying to come party with Slay and C-Wiz came through. Dog, we had like 450 people. I mean, no, I think 400 was pre-sale.
Down.
Yeah, man, it was nuts. Boston came in. They were in the building. Titans fans did not get outdone. And I think also people are starting to figure out, man, where they used to tailgate. It's construction right there.
Yeah.
So I might as well come on across the bridge early, party with Slay and them, and then just walk on in. So, I mean, it was plenty of love. Plenty of love. And I always say it's a family reunion vibe when you get there between the two teams until you get to Nissan. When you get to Nissan, we are enemies, people. But before then, oh man, we're gonna eat, we're gonna drink together, we're gonna toast, we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna dance. It's the pressure release that you need walking into a game to not remember your team is that bad. So when you walk in the game, you're like, oh man, I had such a good time. This team must be undefeated.
It's a celebration of football. And
Absolutely.
You're right, that location for the bridge building, when you come across the pedestrian street bridge, right there.
Perfect.
I mean, perfect, right?
Right down the water. People are pulling up on with their boats. They also have like the little boat taxi thing going now.
Yeah, the water taxi thing.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. They bring them in boatloads.
Pun fully intended.
Yeah, fully intended. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man.
Well said.
Thank you.
Brett Doherty, Ron Slay with you until 6 o'clock live at Shoney's in Dixon. We'd love to see you out here, man. The food is phenomenal, and the fresh food bar is rolling. And today is the barbecue element to the bar. We'll read through each and every day in just a little bit, but today you're hitting the barbecue.
This is a barbecue day, and we've never been here on a barbecue day. We caught them on Fiesta Day. We caught them on
Tuesday.
Brenner Day.
Which is Wednesday.
What was the other day? Was it a Thursday? What day did we catch them on? I would have showed up. No, we ain't catch them on Thursday. That's Italiano Day.
Oh.
Boy, I would have been in here pasta. I would have been, woo.
We both would have been asleep. Kirby and do the show with Zeph.
Man, Hitchcock's in full activation. Hitchcock is your belly when it's about to bust. That would have been us. Friday was surf to the table. We didn't get that one. Saturday, surf and turf. Sunday, we come on our own. So Tuesday and Wednesday is the only ones we have.
Big win for the Titans. If you want in, 615-737-1045. They needed it. What stuck out to me, Slay Dog, was that they overcame several potentially crippling obstacles, but found a way to win. You had the interception in the end zone, could have been 14-0. You had the touchdown called back, holding on Wiley. You had the face mask on third down on the stop for them that would have forced the field goal to make it 7-6. Instead, they get first and goal, score a touchdown to make it 10-7 and take the lead. And then the last play of the game. 11.82 seconds Drake May had to throw that pass. Just unbelievable. And to overcome all of those, and especially that one, that's something we haven't seen out of this team. And maybe there's some growth going on. Learning how to win is the first thing, right?
Absolutely. And getting that feeling of like the win. And you can say each season brings a different team and a different element to it, and this is the first one for this one. You have to remember how it is to win, especially at home. So, yeah, that was pretty dope, man. I don't know who can defend that long. Two, that's literally playing backyard football.
Right. So Kevin Dyson had a great question yesterday on Titans Talk back after the game. He said, which drive was more important? The initial drive where they go down and score a touchdown? I mean, how many times have we seen them have success with the scripted part of what's going on? Mm-hmm. Or the first drive in overtime? And we came up with first drive in overtime because, and my point was, the defense was so tired that they needed that, what was it, 7:28 off the clock?
Really?
On the first drive of overtime. So they had the ability to sit there and rest. And then they come back on the field and make the game-winning play with the Monty Hooker with the center field interception.
Huge play. Big time. I'm watching it in real time right now. Well, delayed time in real time. Ooh.
You got the all-22 going.
Yeah, I need to see it. Because I had a long weekend, so this part I didn't get to see.
There was the win was costly for the Titans as center Lloyd Cushenberry went down with a feared Achilles injury per PK yesterday, which would knock him out for the year. Corey Levin took over and did okay.
Yeah,
had some high snaps, but okay. He's 30 years old, 6'4", 307. He was a sixth-round pick of the Titans in 2017. He played his college football at Chattanooga, played guard and center in the NFL. He will be the Titan center moving forward. And, I mean, it's tough to be thrown into the situation on several different positions, but when you're a center in a shotgun-based deal, that's tough. And, man, Mason Rudolph did a great job of catching a couple of those.
Yes, he did. And you got to – I'm looking at overtime right now. I'm going to tell you who wasn't a problem up front. Levin. Good gosh.
The offensive line is playing. We'll talk about it.
I don't know if I want to jump out there yet, but okay, yeah. All right. Say no more. Ooh.
But it's funny because, nobody's really talking about the offensive line, which is probably a good thing, right?
That's the best thing.
That means that they're on point.
You never want to have to talk about it.
First 3 games, 15 sacks. Last 5 games, 6 sacks.
Yep.
Which Rhett Bryan told us on Friday, least in the NFL over the last month.
And I think as much negativity that you give this coaching staff, you got to give them some positivity too. And to be able to understand that your right tackle is a problem and you start to adapt to it, I think that right there, when we go back to it and saying OLJ and all of that, that's guys coming together and saying, well, we got to adapt. We got to adapt and take up for what we're lacking over here on this right side. Because it didn't get better, the right side, but the scheme has. So you got to give them props on that too.
Gave up 1 sack, and, man, it was something.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was
right tackle had a problem there. But also, I do, if I'm going to point that out, which is true, it happened. He also, good and terrible. He also had some second-level blocks on some linebackers that keyed some big runs, too. So, offensive line better. For me and Rappaport, Titans veteran safety Quandre Diggs has suffered a season-ending Liz Frank injury that will require surgery. He had 42 tackles, which was 3rd on the team. Mike Brown went in for Diggs, 3rd-year guy out of Miami of Ohio. He had 6 tackles and 1 pass defense versus New England. Shoney's in Dixon, that's where we are. We'd love to see you. Come by and sample the fresh food bar, or you can order off the menu. They've got that rolling, too. Desserts we haven't even gotten to yet, but the fudge cake is amazing, and Dawn's going to miss out on her skillet cookie.
Yep.
But you can come by and do that and get your name in the box because we're going to give away Shoney's gift baskets. And at the end of the show, we will give away Tennessee-Mississippi State tickets. That game coming up. Another night game in Neyland Stadium coming up this weekend. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. When we come back, Coach Callahan got emotional during the post-game press conference yesterday. We'll offer our thoughts. We'll play it for you. Buck Rising actually asked the question that led to it. We'll play it for you. We'll offer our thoughts and ask for yours. Cool that an NFL head coach gets emotional after a regular season win? Holla, 615-737-1045.
What's happening? People, was Ron Slay coming to you. Recently contacted We Grow Hair because I was losing a little bit of the hair up top. The sunroof starting to peek through, and I know what you're thinking, man. Slay, you probably getting a little cocky on it. Nah, he ain't got to say all that, but I do like the appearance. I know when I'm watching myself and I'm seeing myself on the stream, on the Zone stream, and on SEC Network, that I'm not going to stand by and watch the little hair fall out. I'm not going to do that, not if I can do something about it. I'm going to fix it at PAI Medical We Grow Hair. You should do the same. You can lose up to 50% of your hair before you even notice it. Do what I did. Call right now for your free evaluation. 615-376-6010. For almost 30 years, We Grow Hair has been Nashville's premier hair restoration medical clinic. We Grow Hair is FDA approved laser hair therapy plus antigen therapy is going to restore your hair. They have a trademarked hair transplant procedure that gives you 3 times more hair in one procedure. Now, losing your hair, fix it. WeGrowHair.com. 615-376-6010. Tell them Big Slay sent you.
If your family is obsessed with Wicked, you are probably wondering how much streaming and memeing your internet can handle at your kid's next Wicked-themed sleepover. Well, Xfinity Internet is powerful enough to handle hundreds of devices, so you can get a magical connection with fast speeds and amazing power, even when everyone is online at the sleepover. With Wi-Fi that's truly thrillifying. One might even say Xfinity engineers are secretly wizards themselves. Now through December 22nd, get thrillifyingly fast 150 megabit Xfinity Internet for just $35 a month for 12 months with no annual contract and free Wi-Fi equipment included. Go to Xfinity.com to learn more and keep the magic going from your screen to the big screen and see Wicked only in theaters November 22nd. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees are extra. After the promotion, regular rates apply. Currently $66 a month. Actual speeds vary.
What's happening, y'all? Big Slay back at you again. And listen, it's Shoney's. This is time to eat. And they've been serving, yes, and trending for over 75 years. So make sure to head into a Shoney's near you. A delicious meal today is waiting on you at the Shoney's Middle Tennessee location, Clarksville, Lebanon, the one in Nashville on Donaldson Pike, and the one we're at today, Dixon, 101 Methodist Drive. Hustle on in, man. Get involved with one of the theme meals that they have Monday through Sunday. Today's Monday. That's backyard barbecue, so you get grilled favorites. You love barbecue, right? Like me? Yeah. Well, get in here. Ribs, wings, hot dogs, sliders. You can't miss it. And let me throw this at you. Veterans Day is right around the corner. So our friends at Shoney's are giving away a free meal to all U.S. veterans and active duty military as a way to thank them for their service and dedication to our country. Not ending there. Thanksgiving also just a few short weeks away, and do have a place like that with your family. Shoney's starting at 11 a.m. on Thursday, November 28th. Shoney's will be serving up a Thanksgiving feast at the Fresh Food Bar, and the best part is, as we know, it's all you care to eat. So get on in there, get to your Shoney's, get active, get some food. Don't forget about the world famous hot fudge cake. It's Shoney's. Let's eat.
3HL 1045 The Zone, broadcasting live in Dixon at Shoney's. We'd love to see you out here. We'll be here until 6 o'clock, giving away things. Also, we don't need to give away things for you to come to Shoney's and enjoy the fresh food bar, man.
They give you stuff already with food.
Yeah.
Like, who don't want food?
All you care to eat, right?
Exactly. All you care.
You eyeballing anything else? I know, we're both 2 plates in.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going back and snagging the wings just to try them. But I'm actually, that's what I was going to say. We're 2 plates in. And we're not 2 plates in where we had a little bit of something. These are 2 full plates. This is belly aching time at some point. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, 3 pieces of fried chicken.
Yeah, I mean.
We
were eating the whole bird. We consumed the whole bird in here.
Brett Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Don Davenport on
Pearl Cone Firebird in there, too. Aha, you see that now?
Pearl Cone Firebird.
Ain't out here playing. We everywhere. You can't hide from us. We in the building.
A really kind lady just walked by, and she said, which one of y'all used to play basketball at Tennessee? And Slay pointed at me, and she started talking to me.
Yeah, I love that. That's all. I'm going to start doing it when we out.
God love her. Mm-hmm. And you. She said her nephew was going after his master's at Tennessee. I said, well, I was there long enough to go after a master's.
Hey, man.
I didn't get that far in the curriculum, though.
We're all in one. It's so.
I mean, I was there long. My joke is I was there long, and this is true. I was there long enough. I started my last semester. I look around, and nobody I got to school with was still there except for me.
New crop.
Yeah.
Whole new class that came in on yours.
Walk around campus, don't know anybody. And it was funny at Tennessee, and it's kind of like this in downtown Nashville, too. People walking down the sidewalk, they just look at the ground.
Yeah.
So I used to mess with people back in school. I'd be like, hey, what's up? And they'd, look up and, jump.
I do that, too. I know it's really like that with Zeph and them, their class, because everybody had headphones.
Oh, everybody's got headphones now. Everywhere you walk.
We were just now talking on phones for real.
Also, I was in school during COVID, so not really much walking to class for a
distance,
while. Yeah.
What were y'all doing? All y'all classes online then?
In 2020, yeah. 2020 and then most of 2021.
Wow. I wouldn't have known what to do with school.
I don't think I started going back to class till my spring semester of my junior year.
They had to grade y'all on a curve or something.
I don't know. It was pretty easy. I ain't gonna lie.
I bet. Yeah, I can guarantee. I can guarantee that, boy. Woo-wee.
So Tennessee beat Kentucky. Let me start with this. Props to Kentucky. They were injury-ridden, and they fought their ass off on Saturday.
Yeah.
But Tennessee gets the win. You guys, did you guys meet up at Slave's Tailgate?
We absolutely did. Absolutely did. I was now you got to understand, phones and service don't mix well on Rocky Top when 100,000 plus get up there. So the messages are sometimes delayed. I did see Zeph hit me with a message, and I was like, "Hey, I'm where I told you I'm gonna be. I ain't moving from here." So Zeph ended up popping up, man, and we had us a good time, man. Zeph got to introduce the shotgun.
I was going to say, did he shotgun a beer with you and your best friend in the world, Emily?
That's right. You're absolutely right. He did. He got beat by both of us.
Yeah, I got my butt whooped. Bad, not even close.
I did see the video of that.
And I started early.
Slade literally could have gone 3 times before you got that one down. And your friend Emily, Bobby Graham's wife Emily, she could have probably done 2.
Yeah, easy.
All of my friends that I brought with me were just in shock after you finished.
This is a sport, Zeph.
They were all just jaw on the ground.
Yeah, it's 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was insane.
We won't do this playing around.
It is crazy.
Mm-hmm. If you watch the video of my face at the end, I just mouth wide open. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, we was the real part of school. Y'all just caught the last end of it.
Did you find your seats okay?
Hey, I had a little trouble, but little blurry-eyed there for a second.
Blurry-eyed.
Zeph was there with a buddy who had never been to Neyland, but Zeph had come from your tailgate and was so affected by your tailgate that his friend who had never been to Neyland was leading Zeph to his seat.
That's what we do.
Yep.
It's full-blown experience, baby. Full-blown experience.
What was your takeaway from that game? Tennessee's defense, they give up the 50-yard run on the first play. I was like, what? They had only given up 3 30-plus yard plays all season.
Crazy. And they come out, open the game up like that. I think, man, and I hope he's okay, but I think my first takeaway initially was, if Barry Brown is out, we really got a chance to go on and get this out the way because his energy starting that game, you could see it when he came out with kickoff. He was going to be locked in. So
where did he go to high school?
He went to Pearl Cone, another Firebird. But I did think, man, like when the ball settled down and got the ball going offensively, you could see the growth in the offensive line as well, but in Nico.
He looked comfortable.
Man, looked way more comfortable. Whatever spilled over after that second half in the Alabama game came right after the bye, came right into this game. And when I say dotting the ball, putting the ball where it got to be, he's hitting guys in stride, in their stomachs. The only one I give him a little bit of excuse to is 87. How you say his name? The tight end?
Kitzelman?
When he dropped the ball in the end zone. Well, he didn't drop it. He got hit.
Oh, he got popped.
Yeah, but one of those, like, I'm sitting with guys that played the game for Tennessee, and they all were saying, man, he got to hold on to that. You know the hit is coming, so hurry up and take it, you know what I mean, and tuck it away. So
same thing with Chig on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kevin Dyson said if you go back and watch his head, he goes, I don't blame him.
Right.
Let me start there.
He looked
this happened. His head was looking at the hit that was coming, and the ball was over his head. His eyes were not on the ball.
Yeah.
And so he was like, he said Fred Graves, his old wide receivers coach, said, look, man, that hit's going to hurt a lot less you catch that ball.
I promise you. There's going to be a lot more people to help you up, too.
And I said, well, you're going to get hit whether you catch it or not.
Regardless. So you got that.
So same thing. But yeah,
man. Brazel, you got – those were some beautiful passes, man.
The pass, the deep one to Brazel,
in the end zone.
It was the opposite side of where I was sitting. It was such a good throw. Yeah. I thought he had caught it until people around me had to be like, he dropped it.
He literally, that was in the end zone we're sitting in. He literally caught. He really probably could have kept running instead of diving because he cradled the ball.
Yeah.
He didn't dive. He didn't extend the catch. So he caught it, and then when he hit the ground, he was thinking about the ground. Same thing. Dropped it and bopped up. So then Nimrod across the middle. That would have been 65, 70 yards at least.
Right. So they still left some plays out there, but Nico, definitely his best SEC game. Nico, 28 of 38, 292 through the air, a touchdown. He also had 14 yards rushing, so 306 yards.
That would have been at least, he would have had at least a 400-yard game, minimum.
I mean,
if those 3 catches alone. No other catches, just those 3. So
also, Dylan Sampson did what he does: 27 carries, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. He breaks Gene McEver's record, 95-year-old record. Gene McEver in 1929, 18 rushing touchdowns. He did it in 10 games. Dylan Sampson has 19 now in 8 games, and he did not play in 2 second halves. So that's really 7 games.
Yeah.
Just crazy. So he's got Mississippi State, Georgia, UAB, and Vanderbilt left.
Oh, UTEP.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Don't. And you know what the coolest thing about him breaking that record was? The way it happened. With everybody having to pick him up and push him into the end zone. I thought that's how it's supposed to happen that way. That's everybody being on the same accord, everybody taking in on this record, like we getting them in there. So that was pretty dope to see.
Vanderbilt with the win at Auburn. They had
Clark Lees, baby.
They had never won there. You tried to talk me into it. I stayed with it. I lost. You won. Vanderbilt 17-7, the final, bowl eligible for the first time since 2018. And Diego Pavia, we talked about this last week. Hugh Freeze can't beat him.
No.
Diego Pavia now 3-0 against Hugh Freeze. With 3 different situations. New Mexico State winning at Auburn 31-10 last year. Vanderbilt winning at Auburn this year 17-7. He also beat Hugh Freeze when he was at Liberty, and Diego Pavia was at New Mexico State. So 3-0 against Hugh Freeze. That
is beautiful, man. Some people just got it, and he's one of those that got it, man. And he elevates everybody.
Let me ask you this about Auburn, okay? We're at SEC Media Days. We run into Hugh Freeze. He seemed really confident, like he really liked his team. And I'm just curious, because you guys spent more time with him than I did. You sat down with him. How surprised are you that Auburn is 3-6 overall, 1-5 in the conference?
I'm surprised from the standpoint of you went and got weapons at receiver to be able to catch the ball, and you put that much confidence in Peyton Thorne. Like, the reason I came back talking about Auburn the way they were is because of talking to Hugh Freeze, like, dog.
He was confident in Peyton Thorne.
And then he didn't sugarcoat it. He said last year, man, I didn't have a team. I didn't have a good team. He said I went into what did he say? It was like going into a gunfight, and they gave me takeaway.
Don't take a knife to a gunfight?
Yeah, he said he had to-go silverware.
Oh, to-go silverware.
Yeah, he had plastic silverware going to a gunfight, not even just a knife. He had plastic silverware. So I was like, wow, so you this confident? I can't wait to see it. Then he talked about Jarquez Hunter, and we do know what he is.
Oh, he's good. Now, Vanderbilt, Clark Lee running that defense, that's a different deal this year, man.
That's all I kept saying. Like
he shuts down your best thing.
Imagine how many hours he's able to allot to just worried about the defense, though, now.
Hunter had almost 300 yards rushing against Kentucky. Against Vanderbilt, 12 carries, 50 yards.
Yeah, that's tough.
Clark Lee takes away your best thing.
He sure do, man. That's a dangerous team over there.
6-3, ranked 24th now in the AP poll.
And Peyton Thorne didn't have a bad game. It's just
20 of 29, 239, a touchdown. Pavia 9 of 22, 143, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 12 carries, 28 yards, but just managed the game so well.
Yeah.
No mistakes.
Yeah. Penalties, low end of that, 31 minutes and 57 seconds of time of possession. Like that is, and then it's the second half of Pavia as well. Second half and in the fourth quarter when things get tight and it starts to be about time of possession, extending drives, because it's a lot of times they get the third down and you start to scratch your head like, man, what are they going to do? And Pavia, it turns into Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, Houdini, and he makes a play. And I'm going to tell you who's on the opposite end of that. What's his receiver name that he brought with him? No, it's a tight end.
Oh, Stowers.
Stowers.
Yeah.
Stowers is
Eli
a dude.
Stowers.
But let me tell you somebody that's emerging. And this is what I'm talking about when you elevate the play of other people. Junior Sherrill.
Oh, yeah.
That young man, I don't know who come in behind Pavia, but it's a standard set for Junior Sherrill. And to keep him, somebody better be able to deliver that ball to him the way he does.
So what's crazy is they lost their entire wide receiver room in the transfer
Everybody.
portal. Everybody.
Everybody.
They don't care.
No, they don't.
I mean, this is one of the more surprising college football stories in recent memory. And you factor in the win against Alabama, which is the greatest win in program history. I mean, this run by Vanderbilt, their over-under win total before the season was 2.5, and they're at 6 wins right now with 3 to go.
That's why I don't understand why I do understand how impressed you are with what Coach Prime is doing, being picked to finish last in the Big 12, and right now you're able to take a piece of the Big 12 championship if things play out the way they are.
They're at Texas Tech Saturday.
Okay, and then Indiana, what they're doing, that's nuts.
Signetti.
But with Clark Lee not even to be in that conversation with the talking heads, that's stupid. Like you're gonna say that's malpractice. It's not being open to what everything else is going on. That's wrong. That's dead wrong. So I'm glad they keep on winning.
By the way, Vanderbilt playing South Carolina at home this weekend. They are a 3.5-point underdog against South Carolina at home. South Carolina's a weird team, man.
I'm right there with you.
And if you haven't watched them, their defensive line, as good as Tennessee's is, South Carolina's might be better.
They're right there.
They're right there. Anyway.
They live in the same building.
Tennessee has a lot more depth.
Yeah, no question.
But they've got those 2 young kids, you call them power forwards?
Yeah.
That Russia quarterback?
Yeah.
Shoo.
Yeah. They all eating at the same training table, baby.
So that's going to be a war.
Absolutely.
I mean, just a physical
That's going to be fun.
deal. Tennessee Titans with the big win. That is for sure. NFL trade deadline is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Could the Titans move any more players? Arden Key, Harold Landry, Big Jeff, been talked about by writers and bloggers and media, and podcasters, and everybody. So we'll see what happens, and we'll have that for you when we hit the air tomorrow at 3 o'clock because that is the deadline. Question for you. Coach Callahan got emotional during the postgame press conference yesterday. And Sammy is producing the show back at the world-famous Music Row.
What up, Kincaid?
What up, y'all?
Sammy, let's play cut number 6. That was the first time her voice has been on our airwaves.
A little subtle, a little sneaky voice right there, Sammy. I like it.
Sorry, you guys.
There you can catch her on my TV 30 with high school football on the sideline. Callahan, after the game. Before I get your take, let's go ahead and play it. Buck Rising asked him a question that got him emotional after this 20-17 overtime win against the Patriots. Check it.
Running the football down there and taking up almost the entire overtime and not giving him much to work with on the back end. Tony Pollard, just to point out, 154 total yards, didn't practice once this week. He's everything. He's everything that our locker room is about. Proud of. And then finally, we won the turnover battle. We finally found a way to get our hands on 3 footballs. We only turned it over once. Unfortunately, we had a shot to get a touchdown there, and We turned that ball over, just got tipped up in the air. So a lot of really good things, plenty of things to clean up, but I'd much rather be cleaning them up, feeling good about a win than after a loss. So it was just really good to see our team fight today.
Just how badly did you guys need this today?
I mean, look at me. I needed it bad, man. It was, yeah, we needed it.
So your thoughts on that? Cool that an NFL head coach gets emotional after a regular season win. For me, that shows the human element of him, and that's what we see from Brian Callahan. So I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
I mean, my dumb ass would have been up there crying.
This is the thing, though, Euro.
I would.
Absolutely,
but
in a heartbeat.
Doesn't it show how much he cares and how much he's got invested, not only in his job, but also with the guys in that locker room? That's kind of what I took away from it. What did you think?
I look at it, man, and I think, man, when you're not able to get emotional after the fact of something that you put so much work into, it's a 24 hours in a day. And I'm willing to bet
24 beers in a case.
Man, you better. That's hour bill a day. I mean, bill hour bill, whatever you want to say. But this
Sorry,
is
that's an old joke you just hit me with. Stephen Wright was a comedian.
Was it?
He'd say 24 hours in a day, 24 beers in a case. Coincidence?
No. Makes plenty of sense to me. That's the reason they sell them like it.
Right,
Could be
Jeff?
26.
That's what Jeff wandered around Neyland Stadium trying to find a seat.
Shotgun. If you look at it, you got 24 hours in a day, man. They probably, on any given day, put in 17 to 18 hours, man. This is grown people with family that get paid to do it, professionals. It's a reason they're at that level. You're elite. When you're at that level also, you're there and a target for all the criticism that comes along with it. That's one part of it. The other part is when you're hired, you're brought in, and you understand what the culture is. You understand these guys having won. You understand what you're going in. You have to revamp all of it. You come in with new general managers, presidents, all of this stuff with people being added in, and you have to win over the team. When you're winning over the team, you're finding out what these relationships are about. It's not you just being a coach to a player, but it's me being a relationship guy. When you saw them talking in the offseason, he was always talking to them one-on-one, laughing, arms around each other. Like they were spending a lot of time. It wasn't come do your job, go home. It's come to the job. Man, let's figure it out after. Oh, you staying after? Let me go down and eat with him. Let me find out who he is, what his family is, what his kids is, this, that, and the other. So you get expectations. You start to build them up. You see what everybody else is putting into the pot. You get to the season, and the expectations are there to win because you know what you have, especially as far as putting out there on paper and on roster the names that you have offensively, defensively, bringing in your dad as far as the O-line coach goes. So it's a lot of investment in this. Right after a game, after you talk to these after you talk to these professional athletes in the locker room, if you think he's emotional, imagine with the guys, the 53 people that he was looking at in their eyes, what their eyes looked like when he was talking to them about it. So that's hitting him. And he's like, damn, man, I'm in control of all this. You know what I'm saying? It can hit you at times. Now, if this would have been 2 weeks later and he talked about it and broke down crying, I'd be scratching my head like, man, you might not be cut out for this. But directly after, talking to his guys, his bunch that he's leading in the war, and going down there and facing the media that's been the same media that's been knocking at his door talking about he can't handle this. The man need to go up to the press box. He need to find somebody else he can trust. His daddy shouldn't brought his daddy with him. His daddy never won. What is the GM doing hiring him? Like all these talking heads doing all this BS, and he has to go out there and answer them and look at them in the face. Hell yeah, you can get emotional. Hell yeah, you can get emotional because that's what it takes. And that's why you see guys like Big Jeff sitting there. You see Amani Hooker sitting there. All these guys that are coming along, Arden Key, he always got a smile on his face so he can mask it. It's different. But everybody else that puts into it, man, it means something to them. I'm tired of answering these same questions. So to be able to get a win, hell yeah, it's like, oh, good God Almighty.
What did you guys think? 615-737-1045. Britt Doherty, Ron Slade. Jump on in. We'd love to talk with you. Broadcasting live from Shoney's in Dixon. Stop by for your chance to win Shoney's gift baskets. We're going to give away one in the next segment, as a matter of fact. And also a chance for you to win Tennessee-Mississippi State tickets at the end of the show. You do not have to be here to win that one. Just get by here and get your name in the box. Shoney's in Dixon. Britt Doherty, Ron Slade, 3HL 1045. The Zone. Hey, fellas, if you've noticed a lack of energy and drive, it could be low testosterone. Don't wait. Get your levels checked by the experts at Low T Center. They have over a decade of experience helping patients with testosterone therapy or TRT. And for established patients, they offer the convenience of physician-monitored at-home TRT with advanced treatment that includes both lab testing and medication. Low T Center ships directly to your door, so go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Okay, what if you could be debt-free by January? And I'm talking about high-interest debt that you have, which is maybe a car loan, a credit card, all of that you can consolidate into one lower payment. Stop stressing over bills. Call Loan Pronto to help you do it right now. Rates are at their lowest in 2 years. Perfect chance to use your home's equity and save big going into the new year. Loan Pronto has rates with APRs in the low fives right now, and they are getting homeowners hundreds of thousands of dollars out of their home equity, especially here in our area. And they have a ton of options. They've got total refis, or they even have express equity lines of credit you can jump into as well. Call now, get a rate quote in just minutes. No hard credit pull, no upfront fees like all those other guys. Call today. You might not have to make a house payment till 2025. I started the whole process for us online at loanpronto.com. Didn't even have to talk to anybody to start the process. You can do that, or you can just call somebody and let them start the process for you. Loan Pronto at 615-499-5780. That's 499-5780, loanpronto.com. Loan Pronto, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781 on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Shoney's in Dixon. Don Davenport on assignment. She'll be back tomorrow. We've got Eki Bop over here monitoring the promotions table. He's got things to give away. He almost tripped over Kirby's big A speaker that's blasting the cook line. They got one of them toy shop things where, like the handle, like the arm comes down and grabs the thing.
Yeah, the claw.
I've never in my life seen anyone win that. Have you ever won that?
I think I may have one time. I think once.
What'd you win?
I'm not sure. They'll let you know if I won. I think, yeah.
Zeph is here. Kirby's here.
Curbster.
Becky's here. She went to the Tennessee game this weekend too.
She did, and didn't hit us up.
We'll hit y'all
up on my grounds, on my stomach grounds, and then doing that. Oh, come on, Babsy.
What's wrong with Babsy?
I'm gonna let you look.
She's got now. Zeph reacts. Please tell me it's not.
Oh no, you're gonna love this, Brent.
Come on, Babsy.
Listen,
like how?
Babsy was kind of a scattered driver anyway, and then you put her in an F-150.
But she can just keep going after tapping things.
It's like, how many things at her house has she not hit? Remember the story about she backed out and hit the garbage? I mean, the garbage. She's probably done that too. She backed out and hit the basketball goal.
Yeah. Big old basketball goal that's planted in the ground. Not one of them was the ones that's portable or the mobile one.
Like where you put things where you can't see them.
Yeah, no, this one, yeah.
You can't say the S word where Mike can pick it up, Becky. And yes, we can give her Shiana when she's not here because we would say it if she was here.
Hell yeah.
In fact, we'd go in deeper probably.
Exactly, because then she'll add to it. It's a guarantee.
She would add to it. I mean, she wouldn't. I mean, she's proud on some level, or she wouldn't have sent us the picture. What did it say? Mailbox 1, Babs nothing.
Yeah.
All right. We need to give away a Shoney's gift bag.
Let's do
basket.
All right. Morgan Davis.
Shoney's gift basket.
Morgan Davis. And you do have to be here to win the Shoney's gift baskets. We're doing a 3:45 segment, 4:45 segment, 5:45 segment. So if we don't get Morgan Davis to acknowledge, then Morgan. Oh, she. We have all kinds of information coming at us. She went to the bathroom. Sorry, Morgan.
She will be back, though. That's a good thing. Don't get lost in no Morgan. Is that the only thing we're giving away on this time?
Yeah.
All right. I do, because guess what? I want to hear the calls. I want to hear people's thoughts on
an emotional coach.
Callahan. Yep. Because I think, man, to clear it up real quick, but before I even do that, this is what I want everybody to know about Shoney's. They got a Veterans Day thing going with us, man.
Oh, man, it actually did damage to her freaking truck.
It did.
Oh, my gosh.
You know how fast she was going? She was on two wheels coming in that driveway, I guarantee it.
Yeah, because it hit the side of her truck, so she was turning into the driveway.
Veterans out there, the Veterans Day is right around the corner, and a free meal to all U.S. veterans and active duty military as a way to thank them from their service and dedication to our country. Shoney's has been offering a free meal every Veterans Day for quite some time now, and we encourage you, if you are active in the military or one of our honored veterans, make sure to stop by Shoney's in the Middle Tennessee area with locations in Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike in Nashville next Monday, November 11th. Dang, I don't know what happened to my Monday, November 11th for an always fresh, always delicious, yes, ma'am, always delicious meal for free from your friends at Shoney's. Say Shoney's, let's eat. We got another one coming up soon that you want to take.
Well, we're all kinds of on point right now.
We're making it happen. I love you.
615-737-1045. Becky just went in front of the camera. She was trying.
I love Becky.
She was trying to see
my girl.
Pictures.
This is my girl.
I go. Finally, I go. You know you're on camera, right?
Like, nope. I mean, I look.
By the way, that's not a wounded animal. That's
let me
Becky.
tell y'all that's real family right there. I'm gonna tell y'all why, man. Listen, my truck wouldn't start, And I called Becky and told her because she get something done to it, and she left work, came all the way over there to my house, which is at least 25 minutes away. She got my truck started for me. And was supposed to be in the meeting, so I hope didn't nothing happen with that. I hope we nailed that down, baby. But she came through for me, man. So that's family. So I love that lady. Good job, Becky.
Is she doing her Callahan invitation?
No, those are not tears of joy.
Are you Morgan?
Hey, Morgan.
See that man right over there. You won something. Although I think she works there. She might not want to show these gift baskets. Boy, this segment.
We live out here, baby.
Dixon, Shoney's. Come enjoy the show. Everyone's a character on this thing.
I can promise you that.
Plus, they got this big poster of a strawberry pie over there that just calling our name.
Yep, we've had that before, too.
No, that is not. Wants it needs, man. Wants it needs.
No.
He goes, is that what you want?
I know what I'm getting about 4 o'clock. Hot fudge cake, light fudge.
Hot fudge cake, light fudge.
Yeah, I'm trying to, scale back a little bit.
Yeah, if you're going to do something, do it.
Nah, I've done it. That is good.
I'm so far behind your video.
Oh, yeah, you way gone.
Becky's back on the screen.
That's it.
Oh, that was something. All right, so Babs is playing around. Becky's playing around. Morgan's playing around. I don't know what's going on here.
We having a good time. Come on out here.
That's
y'all.
always going to be the case, no matter what. All right, when we come back, if Will Levis is healthy, does he start in L.A.? Or do you roll with Mason Rudolph? 615-737-1045. Shoney's and Dixon. Come see us. Giving away Tennessee, Mississippi State tickets. Go get your name in the box. We'll be right back.
What is happening, good people? I've got to let you know, when that weather is coming down and you knocking you out and you lose power, you don't be questioning exactly what's going on, because you can be in control of all your power. If you're not, then hey, I got something for you. Cove Generators, that's who you need to be hitting up. Cove Generators has a holiday special for you. Buy a generator before 2025 and get a free 10-year warranty. We would love if the spots could mention this. Now, I'm going to mention it for you. You got to understand, mentioning Generac automatic standby generators should automatically put you in the mindset of Cove Generators. All you got to do is give them a call, 931-559-3311. Go to visitcovegenerators.com and get you a Generac automatic standby generator and get in on that free 10-year warranty. Financing is available. They got many options, some as low as 0% financing. Certain terms and conditions do apply. I told you the number. CoveGenerators.com. Stay connected through it all.
Hey, fellas, if you've noticed a lack of energy and drive, it could be low testosterone. Don't wait. Get your levels checked by the experts at Low T Center. They have over a decade of experience helping patients with testosterone therapy or T. And for established patients, they offer the convenience of physician-monitored at-home TRT with advanced treatment that includes both lab testing and medication. Low T Center ships directly to your door, so go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Good afternoon. It's 4 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104. No, not from the 104.5 The Zone studios, from the Shoney's out here in Dixon. It's the first victory Monday for the Titans after a 20-17 overtime win versus the Patriots at Nissan Stadium. However, it did come with some bad news for the Titans. Center Lloyd Cushenberry suffered a torn Achilles. He'll miss the remainder of the season. And safety Quandre Diggs suffered a season-ending Liz Frank injury that requires surgery. Around the NFL, Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott is expected to miss multiple weeks with that hamstring injury he suffered on Sunday. 49ers have opened the practice window on running back Christian McCaffrey, who is tracking to play on Sunday. And there's a trade in the NFL as the Broncos are sending edge rusher Baron Browning to the Cardinals for a 6th-round pick after they signed outside linebacker Jonathan Cooper to a 4-year, $60 million deal this weekend. Tonight, Monday Night Football between the Chiefs and the Buccaneers in Kansas City. Kickoff at 7:15. Kiss Westwood One call that game started at 7 right here in the Zone following the Brian Callahan Show. Also, welcome back college basketball. Number 12 Tennessee opens up its season tonight at home versus Gardner-Webb. Tip-off at 6 o'clock on ESPN+. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once in your home of the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone, Monday edition. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Monday. Don Davenport on assignment.
Signed up.
She's out there getting it done, though.
Yes, she is. She's handling business.
Oh,
Nothing
man.
can get in Babsy's way.
What a last segment that was. You have no idea what's going to happen on 3HL because neither do we. But anyway, Delicious has been trending here at Shoney's in Dixon and all the Shoney's for that matter. But we're at the one in Dixon. We'd love to see you. We'll be here until 6 o'clock giving away Shoney's gift baskets in the 45 segments and also Tennessee, Mississippi State tickets at 5:45. You need to be here to win the gift basket. You do not need to be here to win the Tennessee, Mississippi State tickets. Delicious has been trending at Shoney's for more than 75 years. Make sure to head in for a delicious meal today at one of Shoney's Middle Tennessee locations. Shoney's, always fresh, always delicious. Let's see, Clarksville, Lebanon, Donaldson, and right here in Dixon. Stop by, eat, register to win Tennessee, Mississippi State tickets for Saturday. We'll do that about 5:50. We'll pick a name there. We also have, as I said, Shoney's gift baskets each hour, so get on in here. You got your, you mentioned hot fudge cake on the radio, and then right during the break, here it comes.
Something just pops up.
But you said light fudge, and they took all the light and made it into fudge.
Listen, I ain't worried about it. You know what I mean? You beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, that looks phenomenal to me.
I'm watch what it looks like.
I mean, you'd really rather have it that way, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Who whines over a hot fudge cake? What would I look like sitting here whining? Look at this greatness just sitting right here in this bowl. I can't. Matter of fact, let me hit a little bit of whipped cream around Al, because that's whipped cream. Oh, never, ever. Nah, that ain't me, Sammy. That ain't me, Kincaid. You ain't gonna catch that out of me. Unless it is a problem, then I'm gonna complain.
615-737-1045. Tennessee beats Kentucky 28-18. Vandy wins at Auburn for the first time ever and is bowl eligible. They're doing like first time ever things like all the time now.
Whoa.
Never beaten a number one team. Never won at Auburn.
Getting it done.
And there's still no respect for Vanderbilt. 24th ranked Commodores against the unranked South Carolina Gamecocks at home.
Underdog.
3.5-point underdog at home.
That's crazy. You know what? With you saying that, I need to hurry and take that because that's going to change.
Also, the Titans with the 20-17 win in overtime. It is winning Monday. 615-737-1045. What did you think about the way that Mason Rudolph manipulated his way through that game? Slay dog.
I thought Mason did good. I thought he was carrying over, taking care of the ball a little bit more. I thought the protection was better. I thought his weapons did a better job of them getting open. With all that being said, outside of who the opponent was, it looks to see after the last 2 or 3 weeks, it looks like people are getting comfortable with the scheme. Also,
getting into a rhythm in terms of
Yes.
calling plays for Callahan.
Yes.
Matriculating the ball down the field. They're able to run the ball.
dude, I'll tell you what. Like, if you ask me who I'm more impressed with, I love it because what we got to see from Ridley in that first quarter, the last game, what we got to see from guys like NWI, what you got to see from Calvin Ridley in this one, Chig, even though he dropped it, was active. But Tony Pollard, I'm
So coming into the
Jeez.
game, per the Fox broadcast, 90% of Tony Pollard's yards have come after contact, which leads the NFL. 90%. In this game, 28 carries, 128 yards. He also had 26 yards receiving, so 154 total yards.
And this is the same thing and the same problem. Like, the reason I need to see that, I need to be that needs to change a little bit because I thought that was the problem with Derrick Henry. Him being hit. I wonder how much of those hits are at the line or behind the line, and him breaking it off and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage or get a couple of yards after. So that needs to change a bit. But man, that dude is in a rhythm. That offensive line, he's getting used to the way they're blocking. It's starting to look good. That's in the losses as well. Like, Tony Pollard's been him.
The thing about Pollard, too, he's such a patient runner.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need a lot of space.
Yeah.
Like, you think when you're watching the play and you're watching the ball, you think there's nothing there, and then 6-yard run.
Yep.
And he kind of carries people.
Yes, he does. He's one of those guys that seems to get stronger throughout the game as well. This being all done without Tajay Spears.
Right.
So when that element is added back to it, that gives you another threat. And hopefully, man, when they get a rhythm like that, it's easier to introduce a guy back into the system than trying to introduce everyone and the system as well. Hopefully, everybody else will be used to it, and you'll have a rhythm. So when Tajay Spears gets back in that backfield, it's a little different.
Let's go to Bam in Nashville. Sammy on line one. Bam, what's up? How are you?
Yo, what's good, man?
Yo, what up?
Hey, man, listen. Being at the game yesterday brought a whole different light to that team, man. Brought a whole different light. I'm with you. Seeing Mason out there, I'm gonna be real with you. It's gonna be hard to go back to Levis because he's been out for three weeks now. I mean, these guys is building chemistry with them. It seems like the offense is way more settled with Mason. They're way more everything with Mason. They're way more. I don't know. It's tough, man. And then, you know, for the people talking about tanking and stuff like that, man, listen, to hear Callahan almost cry on the radio, or not even on the radio, but in his press conference, lets you know how serious he is about trying to do this the right way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, hey, man, let's figure this out to the point to where we really, really got this. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure this out to the point to where we really legit got a chance to, you know, put some wins together. Those guys look refreshed and rejuvenated, man. And it does something for the fan base, too. Don't nobody just want to sit here and tank all day, man. But, you know, hey, I digress.
Thank you, Bam. Always good to hear
What
from
up,
you,
Bam?
man. Appreciate you.
Yo, I've been meaning to tell you this for 3 weeks. You talking about the Gladiator 2 movie.
Yeah.
Is based off, listen, the movie is based off. Denzel comes in because the character is the dude's son, the guy who died son. That's what it's based off of. They didn't give you all that, but that's his son. The girl he was messing with in the first movie.
Yeah. See, that's why I was asking, like, how is this even coming about? Okay, cool. That shine a bigger light on it. I'm with that.
Plus, Russell Crowe weighs like
Appreciate
500 pounds now. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's tough to play a gladiator.
I like that. Appreciate that, Bam.
That's all I needed. Y'all be cool, man.
Thank you, Bam.
I'm right there with Bam on that. In the sense, like, it's
On gladiator.
Yeah, most definitely on that. But as far as Mason goes,
Yeah.
it's always interesting to see, because I think the lapse has been in taking care of the ball. Okay, the turnovers have been a problem, and you're not able to get turnovers. If you're able to win the turnover battle, your defense is able to hold up, and you're able to get a rhythm offensively like that. I understand that you got to find out who Will Levis is, but at the detriment of who on the team, because that emotion that you got to see from Callahan, that's all working up to a win. So if Will Levis doesn't come in and win, what goes emotionally?
If you put him back in and then replace him again, he's done, right?
Yeah.
But I'm in the group that wants to trot his butt back out there and see what that ceiling is, because he's competitive as crap. And it's interesting. Yesterday on Titans Talk Back, Kevin Dyson was not comparing Steve McNair and Will Levis. He wasn't going that far, but he played with Mac. And he said Mac was just Fisher's guy. And there were a lot of people that thought that Neil O'Donnell should be the quarterback. And Fish was like, no, Steve McNair is my quarterback. And I remember doing talk radio. That was like a hot button issue.
Yeah.
I mean, it was loud around here to the point where Steve McNair was getting booed at the stadium. I mean, think about that.
I can see that. We've been through that before.
So we've been through that with Steve McNair. So do you give Levis, I mean, they're 2-6. Do you give Levis this season to see? I mean, it's the same thing we've been talking about, to see what he is, to see where that ceiling is.
I think you do. And the reason I'm on side of Bam is because looking at it from an athlete, if I'm in that locker room, I want the person out there that's going to give me the best opportunity to win. But as if I was in the front office or a coach, I want to be able to see, because I know I have a longer leash as far as contract goes, I need to see what this impact will look like if he comes out and he does deliver, and we can take him into the future. But the guys that are there on their 1 year or 2 year deals or 3 year deals, at the end of the day, what I would love to know what happens when you walk in there for your end of the season meeting. Do they take into account, all right, I'm looking at this record, I'm looking at your impact, we're going to have to let you go. I wonder, do they get to come back and rebuttal and say, man, y'all kept sending us out here with Will Levis and he got 1,000 turnovers. Like, what we supposed to do with this? So that's my only thing.
1,000.
Yeah, that's a whole lot.
That's a lot. That's metric system.
Yeah, I got to that one.
Yeah.
How Fullers can get you to those numbers.
The other thing too is like, so I think this is kind of a life thing, and I think different personalities will come down on this topic differently.
Right.
But do you look for the here and now? Which does Mason Rudolph give you the best chance to win right now? I think you can make that argument.
Yeah.
He's been a major part of 2 wins,
Yep.
the only 2 wins. Or do you look at the big picture and think, all right, we got to do our due diligence on this guy and see if we can develop him? Because if you don't do that and then he ends up somewhere else flinging it around, then
I mean, but that's likely going to happen. If he even if he does work out the next 2 years and you decide not to pay him and somebody else comes up in the draft, you're able to go grab them. With experience comes, it should come greater rewards out of it. You know what I mean? And greater success as far as the journey that you're still going to be going through. You've seen it before, so you're going to operate differently.
Sammy, cut 6. Brian Callahan meeting with the media offered this update on Will Levis' situation.
You know what? Another thing is, too, like a lot of people are like, don't give up. I see it in the chat now. Don't give up on the quarterback too quick. That's cool. Don't give up on them too quick. But it's everybody – not even everybody, is the majority of the fan base and everybody else going to be on board with, that's right. Yeah. I know we're going to win 4 games this year. Let's see. Let's let them figure it out. Then we'll win 6 games next year with the same quarterback. Then hopefully we can get to 10. Then maybe we can win a division. That's 4 years.
So another big picture idea, is Mason Rudolph a playoff quarterback for this team right now? I know he got Pittsburgh in with the last 3 wins.
Right.
But like big picture next year, if you roll with Mason Rudolph next year as your quarterback, are you looking at a playoff team?
Mason is. I'm not out saying that I need Mason to be the starter either. Mason is a backup that is solidified. I want him as the backup. In this situation, I need to learn. I need to know if we can save grace in the locker room with the players and they mental before we move on and say let's go with Will Levis, and he don't.
Here is Brian Callahan talking about Will Levis offering an update.
You've been consistent in that when Will's healthy, you want him back in there and stay in there. I'm assuming that's still your plan?
Yep, still is. That hasn't changed.
Think this could be the week, or is it still TBD?
I'm hopeful that this is the week. I think we'll see how he feels today. Should feel good, and then we'll increase the workload and let it go and see how he responds throughout the week. But I'm hopeful that this is gives him a chance to go play.
Well,
there you have it.
I tell you one thing. You come on back out there and they're just scooting and putting along like your transmission about to go out in your car.
Well, that's the thing. Isn't he going to be rusty now?
I'm just
a couple weeks off.
Kirby said, "What's that?"
Yeah,
dude. Man.
By the way, on the way out,
Yeah.
Mike Keith, voice of the Titans, coming up next.
Okay.
Derrick Henry leads the AFC in rushing. He leads the NFL in rushing. Guess who's number 2 in the AFC in rushing?
Oh,
Tony Pollard.
People ain't gonna like that, boy. People ain't gonna like that.
Shoney's and Dixon, you'll like this, and we're just staring at the hot fudge cake that's sitting right in front of us. It's crazy. Mike Keith coming up next, 104.5 The Zone. Now I want to tell you about Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. The weather's turning. You need to know what to do with that lawn to keep it the best in the neighborhood. My guys at DickensSupply.com have you covered. Trey Hartsook here with more. Hey, Trey.
Brent, what's going on, man? Yeah, that kind of got me. I was about to knock out a fellow window spot real quick, but hey, let's bounce to the real stuff. At Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply, now is the time you can come on in and get that lawn whipped into shape. Everybody's wanting to ask questions. Hey, how do I get my lawn the best that it can possibly look? Well, here at Dickens Supply, we give you a 1 through 12 month schedule that, hey, you come in this month, do this, and we can promise you, if you follow that schedule, you will have a great lawn. Fall is a time, a transition period where you can overseed, aerate, and really get that lawn whipped into shape. Stop in and see us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Also, a lot of great deals on equipment right now. A lot of people think, well, I'm just going to put my mower up. I'll deal with it in the spring. Why do that? If you're in the market for a machine, now is the time you can get a great deal. Toro's offering a lot of special financing options. Stop in and see us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Conveniently located all over Middle Tennessee. Got locations in Nashville, Hendersonville, Murfreesboro, Bellevue, Brentwood, Lamar, Mount Juliet, and Franklin. If you can't get a hold of us, check us out online, DickensSupply.com.
Can I just talk about how much I love our chat? Because the responses to stochastic, or somebody said stomastic, whatever, are phenomenal, and I love it. Hey, you know what? You can stochastically go and bet some sports with Zen Sports, the newest sports book right here in Tennessee, bringing sports betting to a whole new level. And Slay mentioned it. You sign up for Zen Sports, you are automatically going to earn up to $100 no danger first wager. So your first bet loses, you will be reimbursed for the amount of your bet up to $100. Zen Sports also with this awesome new look. They're offering those NFL player props, daily promotions, including odds boosts, no danger wagers, same game parlays, even daily same game parlay super boosts, which are 16% over their Tennessee competitors. Can't beat that. They've got a VIP program. Check that out at zensports.com/VIP. You can win comps to sporting events and concerts. And also, easy to bet on their app, which is revamped. Just download it on your phone, Zen Sports, or go to zensports.com today. Zen Sports, where betting just got better. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Terms and conditions apply. No danger wager limited to plus 500 odds to qualify. Boosted odds derived from equivalent parlay bets offered in Tennessee. Must be 21 and older and in Tennessee to bet.
A little Dave Matthews Band for you. 3HL 1045 The Zone. By the way, Mike Keith coming up. Where was I going?
Mike Keith coming up.
Actually, I'm not going to do sad news before Mike Keith.
Yeah, let's not. What was sad, though?
Well, we'll talk about Quincy Jones a little bit later.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll do that a little bit later.
Yeah.
Mike Keith, voice of the Titans, joins us now on 3HL. Mike, what's up? How are you?
Good afternoon.
How you doing, Vot?
How about that win? Mike
Fantastic. Fantastic. Great to win. Great to win in dramatic fashion. Did some good things overall on the day.
Yep.
I think you take the positives and try to build on them. It's a lot easier to correct the mistakes and to try to overcome the negatives when you have a good feeling about what you did overall. I think the biggest thing they did, guys, that was different is for the first time this year, they had answers. And at a certain point, when things go badly, you need an answer. And, like when the punt return happened, immediately after that, I think the third play, Hooker intercepts the pass. So that's an answer. You recover the fumble. I mean, you first of all have the strip sack, which you haven't had many of. That's great. You take it in and you score a touchdown. That's an answer. This team just hasn't had those. And because of that, it's just been a game that's gone play to play to play to play. And the Titans have made more poor plays in key situations than good plays. Yesterday, when the money was on the line, they had more good plays than poor plays, and they won the ball game. So that's the biggest positive.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going to go with you, was fighting through several adverse situations that could have derailed them, and they found a way to win. And that's growth, right, Mike? I mean, to start there, to find a way to win, to fight through those adverse situations.
100%. Because it took, Jeffrey Simmons to play his best game of the year. It took Amani Hooker to intercept 2 passes. It took Nick Westbrook-Akine to do what he did with the 5 catches for 50 yards. It took Tony Pollard to have over 30 touches. Arden Key with a big play. Harold Landry getting back on track with a sack. The guys you're paying the most money to, the guys who are your team leaders, the guys who've been here more than a minute, came through. And that's what you're looking for in this situation as you pull out of it. Because, listen, you're going to be a decided favorite going to Los Angeles this week against a good Charger team. But you sure do feel a lot better about your chances because now if you can tap into that more than what you did even against the Patriots, you'll have a chance in any ball game the rest of the way. That's the way the NFL works. Nobody is that much better than you are that if you don't put on a good performance and make plays, you've got a chance to win.
Vot, man, appreciate you joining us. And I apologize for missing my opportunity to come to the booth after a win. I had a very, very, very long weekend, Vot. I made my way up to Knoxville, then had to come back and do the tailgate. Made it all the way through halftime, and then said, you know what, I had to make a business decision. That my body was either going to shut down and y'all was going to carry me out. I was going do on my own walkout. So I chose
Brian,
to walk
that was
out.
the only disappointment that I had was that I did not get a post-game picture with you as we do after every home win.
Yep.
So that was, it was sad, but otherwise we're taking the victory.
I love that. Now let me ask you this.
Otherwise, we'll take it.
I'm gonna fast forward to the post-game press conference, and I just went on my rant a little while ago in the 3:00 hour, Mike, about the response to Callahan showing emotion in the post game conference with the media. Let me ask you this: you have this situation where guys are, and I don't think the outside world or even the real fanatics, the people that are there day in and day out, understand how much is put into not only the offseason, not only training camp, not only the film room, not only what you're supposed to be doing as X's and O's, but as far as what they put into finding out who these gentlemen are that they're coaching outside of the sport. And then to go answer the bell to these guys in the locker room, look them in the eyes, and they be showing the same emotion that some people don't get the opportunity to see. And he have to sit there amongst all 53 and look at each grown man in the eye and understand that they feel just as relieved. Then go straight to the press conference, not have an hour to decompress or anything, but go straight to the press conference and share with what his thoughts are on the game and how. And the question was, how much did you need this? And he said, you can look at me and see how much I need this. This isn't a coach boo-hooing that, and uncontrollably crying. These are tears of joy and relief. Like, y'all don't know what we've been putting into this. I just want your thoughts on that.
It's about investment. And Brian Callahan is invested fully. Outside of his wife and children and his mom and dad and his siblings, this is his family. And I will tell you this, when you work on the second floor of this building, it's also hard when you lose as well. Mm-hmm. It's not as hard on the first floor because we're not specifically football, but it's pretty close if you are a person who is invested in the fortunes of the franchise. And yet, I'm enjoying working with this man so much. In a short period of time, to get to know him, to understand what he's all about, to see how he treats the players, his coaching staff, the people in the building. This guy's the real thing. And what you saw yesterday in that moment was investment and a person who is the real thing as a human being and as this head coach. And I'm going to tell you, he is going to be successful in this job.
Yeah.
Now, he probably ain't going to win them all the rest of this year, okay?
Right.
And I don't know if he'll win the majority of them, and I hope there are more days like yesterday. But he has the right stuff to keep the bigger picture in mind of this. Because, listen, your goal coming into the season, first of all, was to hopefully have a winning record because we haven't had one in 2 years. And then maybe you get into the playoffs. The more realistic goal is to end this year with the arrow going up, that everybody understands the expectations, what the program is, what we need, where we need to go, because we started all over. This is the biggest transition in my 27 years here. From general manager with a different role, president of football operations put into place, the head coach, the coaching staff, the systems, the new players, all of it. And you want to end this year with the arrow pointing up. The difficulty, Ron, is you still want to win games week to week as you go.
Right.
You don't want to sit there and go, we'll get them next year. That's not how this works. Mm-hmm. And so I'm talking too long. I'm sorry, but
no, you good. This was as long as it's supposed to be.
I feel strongly about Brian, and I've told everybody who will listen, you've got a special guy, and you've got a guy who is going to be successful here in a period of time. And one of the reasons you know that is what you saw after that game.
Absolutely. I appreciate the extent of that answer, Mikey, because to me, that's not a question you can answer quickly because it's so much, and that's what I wanted to get out. It's so much that goes into it, but so much to the naked eye you don't get to see because of all the things that other people have to do. Like, we go and watch the game on Sunday, and that's it for us as fans. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're invested throughout the week. We listen to talk shows, and we listen to everything else. We read clippings, and we try to stay informed with everything that's going on, but that's where it stops. So you get the game, you get our show, all through it, but you forget that their 24 hours are totally different than yours. You know what I'm saying? As far as 17-hour days being invested.
Well, but the important thing is the fans don't need to feel like they need to stop the day-to-day of talking about the team and just go, well, we were told it's all going to be okay down the line. No, it's your job to be a fan. Enjoy it. And if you're not happy, and if you think we should punt, or you think we should go for it, or you think we should have done this, I mean, that's what you should be.
Right.
His job, however, is to balance the now with everything. And that's the hard part of the newness of this, is he's got to keep a short-term and a long-term view. The fans don't. You're going to the game on Sunday. You're paying your money. You're investing in the radio, or you're watching on television. Or I'm not giving you a lecture. You should do whatever you want to do, say what you want to say, feel how you want to feel. That is your right as a fan. I'm just saying, from his point of view, it's a very different challenge. And that's why when you see some of these folks who are as emotional as they are, and they say, well, you just won a game to go to 2-6. Why is that? It's because, he's not sleeping.
Yeah.
He's having a hard time pulling everything together right now, because he wants to win so badly and be successful for everybody, for the owner who gave him his chance, for the GM, for the president of football operations, for the president of the team, for everybody involved, for everybody. Yeah. And mostly for the players. Because, this guy's already got a relationship with so many of these players that's really, it's a special thing to watch. It's a real treat to go to practice. And listen, he can get up in their dish now. It's not all friends and happiness, but it's just good. And when you see this, as much as we're able to see it, you say, you know what, this is going to work. It's going to take a minute, but it's going to work based on this. The analytics won't tell you that specifically. Nobody on the outside is going to be able to tell you this specifically. I've just been around teams my whole life, and I know people who are going to be able to make things work because you just know they're going to get there. This is one of those people.
Mike Keith, voice of the Titans, with us on 3HLs. We broadcast live from Shoney's in Dixon. Mike, let's shine a light on a guy you mentioned, Big Jeff. 5 tackles, quarterback hit, tackle for a loss, fumble recovery, sack, at least 3 caused holding calls that I noticed, and 8 quarterback pressures. That dude was active.
Last 2 games have been really good games for him. And, it doesn't show as much in Detroit, because they had the short fields and all of those sorts of things. But we played some pretty good defense at certain moments. We were trying to extrapolate a few positives from that experience. And the thing that you did get is we rushed the passer well up there, especially with very few opportunities. And I think the thing that was most pleasing is we carried that over into this game. We're getting after the quarterback, and I think overall, Simmons is the biggest reason why, because he's wreaking havoc up there. But another reason that's happening is because, Sweat is taking up so much space, literally and figuratively. And they're finding different things that they can do, with Key getting hot and Landry being Landry, and, some of the blitz packages. So those are some things that they can continue to build on and can give themselves a chance to make more big plays on defense. The first Hooker interception was caused because of Big Jeff.
Yep.
He caused it.
Yep.
And you get more, you get takeaways when those things happen, especially with a dominant player like Jeffrey Simmons.
Mike, offensive line playing much, much better. People aren't really talking about it, which I guess is a good thing, but the stat I keep coming back to is an easy one. First 3 games, 15 sacks allowed. The last 5, 6. And Rhett Bryan pointed out on Friday, fewest in the last month in the NFL, plus their opening run holes for Tony Pollard, and he had another big game. It's funny, he's such a patient runner, and when you're just kind of watching the ball, you don't think there's anything there, and then he shoots through, carries a guy for a couple extra, and ends up with 7 yards.
He's special, and there is nothing wrong with our running game. For all the things we've had wrong in the first 2 months of the season, the running game has never been the problem. I think it's a good scheme. We've got a good back. I'm just really hopeful that we can get Tajay Spears back.
Yes.
Because that's another potential weapon, and Tajay just hasn't had a chance to do much because early in the year we were behind some, and he was not in the game as much, and that was a problem. And then, we get into the situation where he gets hurt and we don't have him, and gosh, it's been a long time without him. He and Pollard together are a really good combination. For Tony to touch the ball over 30 times in that game after he didn't practice all week tells you all you need to know about who he is. And, listen, again, nothing wrong at all with our running game. Nothing.
Voice of the Titans, Mike Keith. The Brian Callahan Show will follow us today at 6 o'clock. And Mike and Amy and the crew ready to help you out with that Brian Callahan Show. Mike, thank you for the time. Appreciate you, brother.
By the way, Daniel Jeremiah on with us tonight.
Hey.
Nice.
He does the Chargers games.
That's right.
With Matt Money Smith.
Matt Money Smith. I wish somebody would call him Ron Big Money Slay.
I love Money Smith. You guys got to get him on your show. He's the best guy ever.
Yeah, appreciate that, Mike. We pass that contact across here.
Yeah, we have.
That's what you do.
We have had Daniel Jeremiah. We haven't had Matt Money Smith.
Oh, Money. Golly, love that.
Love it. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Nickname? That's so
Man,
awesome.
That's what Yes. Hell yeah.
You got to earn that nickname, don't you, Slay?
Man, what? Yeah, let's shout out to Burt Burderkamp. He don't just say money to say money. You got to be doing something.
There he is, Mike Keith. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Voice of the Titans, Mike Keith. Every Monday at 4:20, and the Brian Callahan Show will follow us today at 6 o'clock. When we come back, college basketball starts tonight. Get Slay's take on that next, and we'll give away a Shoney's gift basket here at Shoney's in Dixon. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, people? Big Slay here, and I'm trying to tell you right now what it says. It's me. Yeah, first. And I'm up here to tell you, I want to talk to all the men listening to me right now. Now, how are you feeling? That's the question. Are you ready to take on the world every day when you wake up? Do you have the energy and the drive to get to work, get to the gym, take care of your family? Well, if so, that's great. But if you don't, if you're tired all the time, you're lacking energy or motivation, you're falling asleep, yeah, maybe your sex drive ain't where you want it to be. Ain't nothing funny about that. Hard time keeping weight off no matter how hard you work out. Time in the gym doesn't feel as productive as it is, meaning you can't really get in the game like you're supposed to. Well, this is where Game Day Men's Health comes into the play. It's time to get back into the game and get to functioning as your best. A lot of those things that I just listed, that's all because of low T. Now, 1 in 4 men aged 30 and older experience low T, and that percentage increases as we age. Here's the best part: your consultation and lab work. When you get to Game Day Men's Health, this is what it is. You work to find out what's going on in your body, and it's completely free. That's right, you heard me, completely free. You are under no obligation to move forward. If you don't think so, then it's up to you. Game Day is passionate about it. I'm passionate about it. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com to find information on their 2 area locations. You can book an appointment right there online. There's no reason to delay. Get started today. Get in the game. Game Day Health.
Real estate out of control between guaranteed offer programs and new laws about agent commissions. It's gotten so confusing. No, what's not confusing? Paying someone a low flat fee to sell your house. And that's where my friends at Listing Spark come in. Listing Spark is Nashville's flat fee real estate company. Flat fee selling is sweeping the nation because it's faster and keeps more money in your pocket. In fact, professional real estate investors have known about this for years. With Listing Spark, you don't pay a hefty agent commissions and you don't leave money on the table. If you have a house worth $400,000, you actually sell it for $400,000 without paying $24,000 in agent commissions. Contact Listing Spark today to find out how much your home is worth for free. It's simple. Call 615-993-LIST. That's 615-993-LIST. Or go to listingspark.com. That's listingspark.com.
I'll tell you what is not ill-advised. Call Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, especially if you need new windows and doors, because they will take care of you. And they'll do it with a discount, and they'll do it well. You may be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Even more affordable with the deal they have going on, which is 50% off qualifying installations and no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 full months. Just call them and schedule your free consultation, 615-249-1910. That's 249-1910. Tell them Dawn sent you. Or you can always just stop by their showroom. They are there during the week. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville in Franklin, 277 Mallory Station Road. And I will tell you, I love their showroom because you can pull all the different windows out. You can look at different door options. Oh, they will take care of you. Schedule your free consultation online, too. Check out that special offer I told you about, Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville at PellaNashville.com.
Hello, I'm Ashley Northington, Chair of Moving Forward of Middle Tennessee. The upcoming transit referendum is a game changer for our economy, business leaders, and the entire community. A robust transit system is essential for a thriving economy. With 54 miles of high-capacity transit corridors and 86 miles of new sidewalks, this plan enhances Nashville's connectivity, making it easier for everyone to get where they need to go. This isn't just about transportation. It's about economic empowerment. For business leaders, reliable transit means a more productive workforce. Shorter commutes boost productivity and job satisfaction, helping businesses attract and retain top talent. Improved transit also drives sales and supports local economies by making it easier for customers to reach businesses. The benefits extend to the entire community, connecting people to essential services, education, and recreation. This creates a more inclusive city where everyone can access the resources they need to thrive. Supporting the Choose How You Move transit referendum is an investment in our future. This is about creating a city where businesses can flourish, residents can thrive, and the community enjoys a higher quality of life. Join me in backing this transformative opportunity. Let's build a Nashville where everyone has the opportunity to succeed and to prosper. Visit the link in the caption to learn more about the referendum, how it will support our community, and how you can get involved. Thank you.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, Monday edition. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Dawn Davenport will be back tomorrow. She is on assignment. College basketball begins tonight. Number 23, Kentucky, hosting Wright State at 6 o'clock on ESPNU. I want to get a look at that Wildcat team a little bit.
Yeah, you're going to get a great opportunity. Let me tell you something you need to be looking for. Just watch the three-point line. They won't run inside it. That's what they shoot from, boy.
They're allergic to it?
Yeah, but they let it fly.
Number 2, Alabama hosting UNC Asheville tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPNU as well. They're going to chuck it from 3 too. Number 8, Baylor against number 6, Gonzaga, 10:30 on ESPN2.
Ooh.
I'm down.
Yep, that's going to be a good one.
Gardner-Webb at Tennessee. Tennessee, a 27.5-point favorite. That's at 6 o'clock. On ESPN Plus. And Maryland Eastern Shore at Vanderbilt. Vandy favored by 30.5 at 7 o'clock on ESPN Plus. Missouri at Memphis. Memphis a 4.5-point favorite.
Hey.
And TSU hosting Fisk tonight at 7:30 at the Gentry Center.
I almost swung across that. Y'all go over there and support Big Blue and support Fisk, man. Good environment. That mug going to be packed to the rafters. You don't get there early.
That's right. And we are a little ways away because we're in Dixon at Shoney's. Right. Always glad to be here. And we've got Greg Mullins. I asked him what he does for Shoney's. He said everything.
That's a good title right there.
Greg, good to see you, man. Thanks for having us out here. How are you?
I'm doing real good. Thank you.
Good. So we got here early. We don't typically get places early.
No.
We got here early. We hit the fresh food bar.
That's right.
And the baked beans were incredible. Let me just go ahead and tell you. But the fried chicken and baked beans, I'm in on Mondays here at Shoney's.
Veggies too. Let me add that in there. Yeah, the what was it? The squash and
zucchini.
Wow. Ooh, that's you only get this. I'm gonna tell you about Shoney's. You only get that in kitchens because you any little restaurant you go to right there, they'll cook it, they'll steam it and stuff like that. Yeah. The way y'all cook it, that's in somebody's grandmama kitchen right there.
Yes,
so I know
it is.
I just want to point that out.
What's your favorite menu item?
Me?
No, I'm asking Greg.
Oh, hell, I got a list.
I like the grilled salmon.
Maybe better go to him.
Grilled salmon?
Yes.
Look, he's eating healthy over here.
I
don't know if we can hang out with Greg.
Yeah, hey, no, I need to. Get off this regimen I'm on.
So Monday, backyard barbecue. That's what we've got going on for dinner tonight here at Shoney's. Tuesday, the Fiesta Bar, which we've been able to partake in that one a couple of different times. Wednesday is Brenner, breakfast for dinner. That's got to be maybe the most popular day.
Yes, it is.
It is. Thursday, Italiana. We've missed that one. Slay Dog, we need a date night or something.
Yes, man.
Friday, surf to table. Saturday, surf and turf. And Sunday, old-fashioned dinner. That's what they've got going on the brand-new fresh food bar here at Shoney's.
That's right.
All you care to eat, too, right?
Yes, it is.
How long you been in Dixon?
17 years.
17 years.
Yes. I used to work for the owner in Michigan.
Okay.
And he brought me here.
All right. So evidently you like it in Middle Tennessee?
Yes, but I miss home. I like the cold weather, too.
Oh,
he's a Lions fan, did he tell you?
Yeah, he is a Lions fan. How you feeling about them right now?
They're doing good.
Yeah, you got to feel great.
It's got to be, from a Lion fan perspective, what you guys have been through as fans with that franchise,
yes,
to now be where they are has to feel great.
Yes, it does.
I mean, I remember the Wayne Fontes years. Wayne Fontes would win just enough games to come back.
That's about it.
That's all.
But you did have Barry Sanders to run around.
And Calvin Johnson.
Well, we appreciate you having us out here, Greg, and we encourage everyone to try Shoney's, any of the Middle Tennessee locations. We will be here until 6 o'clock, going to give away Tennessee-Mississippi State tickets at the end of the show. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And, Greg, we must say, we always are welcome to be invited back.
Yes, you are.
So never. Okay, thank you.
That's all you need.
Just want to put that on there so everybody know. Everybody that's an employee here, y'all know when I come through the door, I'm in the building, I'm at the bar. That's
the fresh food bar.
The fresh food bar. That's
not
right.
the normal bar that you might normally be at.
Yeah.
Greg Mullins does everything for Shoney's. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
We've got a Shoney's gift basket to give away. Again, you have to be here to win this. You do not have to be here to win the Tennessee-Mississippi State tickets. Either way, get your name in the box for your chance to win, and the name will go back into the drawing. So, Zeph, what do you have for us?
Lisa Hart.
Lisa Hart.
Where's Lisa Hart?
You may have to go. This is a pretty spread out restaurant.
A little spacious.
So you might need to go scream that name out, Bop, or something. When we come back, we may give away another basket, or we'll talk more about the Titans win. Tennessee and Vandy both get wins. We'll do all that next. If you want in, 615-737-1045. I think Reese and Laura out there, too. We'll do all that when we return to Dixon at Shoney's 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What's happening? Happening, good people. Big Slay coming to you live and direct. And you got to understand, when I'm coming to you, it's something that's very, 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 very good going on. And that's probably Brentwood Jewelry. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every single day for over 50 years. And I told you probably, and I'm wrong for that because it's a fact. 100% fact. Get in there when you're looking for engagement rings, whatever that may be. I had to go down that route. Custom pieces, whatever it may be with those. You got to be willing to look at your family heirlooms, and they're precious to you, right? So you want to pass them down. Don't matter what kind of style it is you wear. It's hard to let someone take your priceless heirloom and transform it into something you can wear every day. Brentwood Jewelry is known for creating custom pieces. That's what they do. They can transform and create a personalized piece that is unique as the person who left the keepsake for you. And you pass it down generation to generation. Get over there to 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. If not, one click away. Go to BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Hey, fellas, if you've noticed a lack of energy and drive, it could be low testosterone. Don't wait. Get your levels checked by the experts at Low T Center. They have over a decade of experience helping patients with testosterone therapy or TRT. And for established patients, they offer the convenience of physician-monitored at-home TRT with advanced treatment that includes both lab testing and medication. Low T Center ships directly to your door, so go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Good evening. It's 5:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the Shoney's out in Dixon. It's the first victory Monday for the Titans after their 20-17 overtime win versus the Patriots. However, it came with some bad news. Center Lloyd Cushenberry suffered a torn Achilles. Safety Quandre Dick suffered a season-ending Liz Frank injury. Both will miss the rest of the year. Around the NFL today, Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott is expected to miss a couple weeks with a severe hamstring injury suffered on Sunday. The 49ers have opened the practice window on running back Christian McCaffrey, and there was a trade today in the NFL as the Broncos sent edge rusher Baron Browning to the Cardinals for a 6th-round pick after they signed outside linebacker Jonathan Cooper to a 4-year, $60 million deal. Tonight, Monday Night Football between the Chiefs and Bucks in Kansas City. Kickoff at 7:15. You can catch the Westwood One call of that game starting at 7 o'clock right here on the Zone following the Brian Callahan Show. And that's right. Welcome back, college basketball. Number 12, Tennessee opens up its season tonight at home versus Gardner-Webb. Tip-off at 6 o'clock on ESPN+. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news on once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Monday. It's going to be a great week.
Yes, it is.
Just make up your mind and have one.
Why wouldn't you?
Dawn Davenport on assignment. She should be back tomorrow. Ron Slay is here.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Welcome to the building, and that building is Shoney's in Dixon.
Shoney's in Dixon.
Get in the building. Get in the building.
You knocked down that fudge cake. You didn't eat it all, though, Slay Dog.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, I'm trying to change life.
Just eat half of it.
Yeah.
Leaves more chicken
Yeah, I
for
tried to tell lighter fudge, and the fudge came was the same. And hey, listen, I'm not one to complain, so I just ate it. It was good.
Today is the backyard barbecue at Shoney's on the Fresh Food Bar. Barbecue ribs, grilled wings, hot dogs, sliders, mac and cheese, potato salad,
keep it going,
coleslaw, corn on the cob, and more.
Oh, yeah. All of that.
And fried chicken.
We had all that. Well, I did.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
And veggies.
And the veggies. That's how you even things out, Zeph. Veggies.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Delicious. The F&M Bank Chat is open if you want to communicate with some of the 3HL family. You can do it there. Delicious has been trending at Shoney's for more than 75 years. Make sure to head in for a delicious meal today at one of the Shoney's Middle Tennessee locations.
Yep.
And we would encourage you to come to Dixon right now because we'll be here until 6 o'clock. But they've got Clarksville, Lebanon, Donaldson, and again, right here in Dixon. Shoney's always fresh, always delicious.
And Shoney's always caring about the community. That's the first and foremost thing. And everybody that's around. So with Veterans Day right around the corner, Shoney's, they're giving away a free meal to all the U.S. veterans and active duty military as a way to thank them for their service and dedication to our country. So listen. All up in Clarksville, I know y'all up there. I know y'all ought to flood Shoney's. They always come mess with us. What is that, Fort
Campbell?
Yeah, Fort Campbell. Yep. I didn't want to say the wrong thing.
101st?
Yep, exactly. They've been offering a free meal every Veterans Day for quite some time now and encourage you to come on out if you're active military or one of our honored veterans. Make sure to stop by Shoney's in Middle Tennessee area. Thanksgiving is right down the street as well, so starting at 11 a.m. on Thursday, November 28th, Shoney's will be serving up a Thanksgiving feast at the Fresh Food Bar, and the best part is it's all you care to eat. It'll make me pass up on my family to get to Shoney's. This is what I'm telling you, though. The food bar, you'll receive a free slice of pumpkin pie to top it all off. So I know a lot of y'all like, what about the pie? You can get the hot fudge cake or a free slice of pie. That's real simple. Any of the Middle Tennessee locations, Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, or the one on Donaldson Pike right there in Nashville.
Titans with the 20-17 win in overtime. They needed it. They absolutely needed it. How about Amani Hooker? 2 interceptions. So, what was it? A few weeks ago, the Titans were one of 3 teams without an interception. Now he has 3 real quick.
Yeah.
Including 2 big ones in the game winner.
And I want to come to the forefront on that, Yorl. I need last week I called Big Jeff out, called Arden Key out, not personally, but on there. I guess it was personal. I called Amani Hooker out. And this is my thing. Yes, y'all have been making individual plays, and it looks good. And on the film, you're around the ball. But what I would like to see is impactful plays. Impactful plays like takeaways. It being third down and you go get a strip sack. Or it may be they broke a long run. It happens to us quite a bit on screens and things of that nature. Get a holding call like Big Jeff Force. So to those guys that stepped up, and I know, listen, one thing I'm not questioning is those guys' effort and what they bring to the game, but I'm saying the timely, impactful plays. Let those be made. Those games were made against the Patriots.
Big Jeff with 5 tackles, 1 quarterback hit that led to one of the interceptions, a tackle for a loss, a sack, a fumble recovery, at least 3 cost holding calls, and 8 quarterback pressures. From John Glennon, the Titans season high for pressures going into the Patriots game was 13 in a game. This is Titans pressures on the opposing quarterback coming in season high 13. Against the Patriots, the Titans had 29 quarterback pressures on New England quarterback Drake May. Big Jeff had 8. Arden Key had 6. Landry had 5. Sebastian Joseph Day had a day too with 5. I think he could have had another half a sack on Landry's sack to give him 1 full one, but he ended up with half a sack and all those pressures.
That's good, man.
Defense got after it.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That made it easier for guys on the back end like Brownlee Jr., like Baker. I got to get used to him. Baker.
We do need to get used to
him. Man, Baker, because he gonna be around playing. Even with guys coming back, Snead, Cheeto, whoever comes back, it's a place for Baker.
Yeah, 6 tackles and a pass defense. Some other notes. Saints quarterback Derek Carr, first quarterback in NFL history to lose to 31 teams. He can make it all 32 this year. The only team Carr has not lost to, the Raiders, who he played for forever. The Saints play the Raiders in Week 17. The Saints fired their coach today.
I mean, that would make sense.
Dennis Allen gone. They won their first 2 games. They were 2-0, and then they lost 7 in a row.
But didn't they start getting injuries and banged up? Was it?
Yes, they've lost 7 in a row.
What you're saying is whatever did happen, they lost 7 in a row. So
can I shout out Bryce Young for the comeback he's had in these last 2 games after getting benched?
Yeah.
I mean, he has played extremely well. He looks confident. He's putting the ball on his receivers. He had some help at times with some drops, and I know Xavier Legette had that one beautiful pass from him ripped out of him. But Bryce Young is playing very confident right now.
Different guy.
And I just want to shout out him because it's hard to get benched, especially as the number 1 overall, and then come back and play.
Yep. Props.
Second-year guy.
Y'all. They were doing a story about Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson taking himself out of the game during the game last night, because he was tired. So they do this whole thing on him. Then they cut to him on the sideline, and you can't even make this up. When they cut to Anthony Richardson on the sideline, who had taken himself out of a game because he was tired, what did he do? He yawned. I mean, I was like,
That's
wait
tough,
a minute,
man.
did that just happen? So I rewound it.
It's tough, dog.
And then sent it to y'all. I'm like, did this really just happen?
I was looking at that, and
that poor guy.
At that time, I was sleeping, so I was like, dang, man, me and him feel the same, but he's been training. We shouldn't feel like this.
An incredibly bad beat.
That's tough.
Zeph sent us this.
This is horrible.
From Prop Geek Zeke. I didn't have this prop. Did you?
I didn't either. No, I had Tyreek Hill, but I didn't have this prop.
So Tua's prop was 243.5 passing yards. So how that works is you either go over that number or under that number. And the over crowd thought they had it won, but
they didn't think Euro. They had it won.
They had it won.
It was just 5 seconds.
So, but then the bad beat happens. That's what we call it. So he had 254 yards passing. Remember, it was 243.5. So if you're over 243.5 and he has 254 yards passing with 5 seconds to go, you think we're good.
What could happen?
Oh, it happened. On the last play of the game, Tua threw a pass that was completed and then ends up in the hands of Jalen Waddle after a lateral. Waddle then ran backwards 24 yards before being tackled Meaning, meaningless last play to some, to others, not so much.
Dog. Like, hey, listen. Players
That's why you don't bet on sports games.
Yeah, but at the same time, your players play the game to win.
He was trying to get away from that guy.
Yeah, nothing in the cards or nothing through the guidelines of football say run backwards. So if it was ever a time to be like, you wag your finger at a player and be like, you lost me a major bet, that was going to Waddle. I don't care. Like, I'm all for it. Like, don't blame the players. They play the game. That Waddle, you did not have to run 20 yards backwards.
Yeah, so he ended up with 230 yards pass.
He could have lateraled the ball or anything. Why are you going back? And you going to the end zone. It wasn't like he was going
close to the end zone.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like he was on the other team's 40 and he ran back to the 30. He was going towards the end zone. Like, nothing good can happen back there. That's the other teams. It's not ours. Ours is that way. Like, try to juke somebody. Man, that was
You're
a bad
trying to show that man where the end zone
Yeah,
is?
that's a bad one, man. He might as well hand it off to him. Hand it off to the other team. Yeah, just go score. It's cool. Don't even worry about it.
That's
bad, man.
Sad news. Legendary, genius, composer, producer, songwriter, icon, among other things. Quincy Jones passed away at the age of 91. 80 Grammy nominations. Think about that.
80
Grammy nominations. He won 28 Grammy Awards. 28.
That's nuts.
He produced so many things. I go straight to Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, Bad, Thriller, all three of those.
Mm-hmm.
He also composed my favorite TV theme song ever.
What?
Sanford and Son.
Man, that's a bad boy, too. You right about that.
And I didn't know this, but the song is called The Street Beater, which I didn't know that's what it was, but he released that on one of his records, and then Sanford and Son. Red Fox. And Lamont, big dummy.
Man, you big dummy.
That show's so
Lamont. That's classic.
Anyway, R.I.P. Quincy Jones.
Man, great, man.
One of the greatest.
Well, some great music being playing in heaven right now. I tell you that.
We'll end on that.
A lot of composers up there, boy.
We'll talk college football next with Chris Lowe, 3HL, broadcasting live from Dixon at Shoney's. Wait, we've got a winner.
We got a winner, chicken dinner.
Basket. Zeph.
Deborah Stewart.
Hey.
Deborah Stewart wins a Shoney's gift basket.
Wait. Somebody say, hold on?
I heard somebody scream.
Oh, I won. Did they just say I won or hold on?
Deborah Stewart.
Deb.
Do you think she goes by Deborah or Debbie or Deb?
Deb.
She's here.
Hey, Deb. We got you.
All right. So she wins a Shoney's gift basket. And that's a gift bag. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, bag.
We got baskets.
What do I say? Basket?
Yeah, the Easter Bunny has baskets.
Basket.
We got bags.
Anyway, I just had a bad joke that I'm not going to say. All right.
Let it go, yo.
Let's talk college football. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. Daniel Gupton and his crew are ready to help you out. Just go tell them what you're looking for. Whether you need more space, better gas mileage, something less costly. Maybe you want something more expensive. I don't know. But let them know, and they will point you in the right direction. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. Just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. It'll be the best vehicle buying experience you will have ever had at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Bought multiple vehicles from those guys. They are awesome in the service department, too. After the point of sale, they will always keep you updated as to when you need your oil changed or your tires rotated, all those things. They will help you out at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 24 West Fort Clarksville, exit 35 is about 9 miles outside the city. And then it's a beautiful fall drive into the best vehicle buying experience you will have ever had. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield, Tennessee. Just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the dealership information is there. Address, phone number, inventory, all the deals they have going on this month right there. GuptonMotors.com. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
What's happening? People was wrong. Slay coming to you, recently contacted We Grow Hair because I was losing a little bit of the hair up top. The sunroof starting to peek through, and I know what you're thinking, man. Slay, He probably getting a little cocky on him. Nah, he ain't got to say all that. But I do like the appearance. I know when I'm watching myself and I'm seeing myself on the stream, on the Zone stream and on SEC Network, that I'm not going to stand by and watch the little hair fall out. I'm not going to do that. Not if I can do something about it. I'm going to fix it. At PAI Medical, we grow hair. You should do the same. You can lose up to 50% of your hair before you even notice it. Do what I did. Call right now for your free evaluation. 615-376-6010. For almost 30 years, We Grow Hair has been Nashville's premier hair restoration medical clinic. We Grow Hair's FDA approved laser hair therapy plus antigen therapy is going to restore your hair. They have a trademarked hair transplant procedure that gives you 3 times more hair in one procedure. Now, losing your hair, fix it. WeGrowHair.com. 615-376-6010. Tell them Big Slay sent you.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you until 6 o'clock. Broadcasting live from Shoney's in Dixon.
Yes, we are. Get on out here. Come holler at us. We're here for you.
Kirby just had a caramel sundae, which Kirby went off menu. Sea salt caramel sundae.
A Curb made sundae.
That looked amazing. It looked Southern Living good.
A Curb day.
My grandmother used to get Southern Living magazines, and they would have pictures of like really beautiful food items in there, like that one.
And nice front porches.
Yes, front porches.
Yep.
Let's talk a little college football. Chris Lowe from ESPN.com.
Oh, CeeLo
joins us.
I know
Lowe
who's
Dog,
joining us.
what's up, man?
So they still rocking the breakfast bar this time of day, or they already closed that up?
Listen, man.
You got to get the all day, or you got to come on Wednesday, CeeLo. They have breakfast for dinner. They call it Brenner.
Oh,
yeah.
It's that's hey, when you're traveling on a weekend and you want a little breakfast all day, it's hard to beat the Shoney's breakfast bar.
It so is. Bro.
I'm telling you. Let's start with Vanderbilt going down to Auburn as a hefty underdog again. Fourth time they've won outright as an underdog this season. And Diego Pavia now 3-0 against Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze will be glad to not see that dude anymore. But Vanderbilt bowl eligible, Chris.
Yeah, think about this. So they beat Auburn and Alabama this year. They beat Auburn by double digits and only scored 17 points. They scored 40, right, against Bama. Was it a 40-35 game or something like that?
Yeah.
And so the different ways that this team's been able to win and the efficiency that they've shown, I mean, it's not like they have just this dominant roster. They're just they're finding ways to win. They got a quarterback that they believe in. Everybody on that team, they're playing at quarterback. They're good on special teams. They don't turn the ball over. They don't beat themselves.
Yeah.
And I, of all the things that you can say about what Clark Lee and that staff have done, is they've just found different ways to win, man. And that to me is a testament to coaching, to belief, to having the kind of brotherhood you need in the locker room. They play the Gamecocks there at home this weekend, and I think they get them at a good time. South Carolina coming off a huge win, an emotional win at home. They storm the field. You realize, I know you guys do, if they can win two of these last three games, conference games, they will have a winning record in the SEC for the second time in the last 40-plus years.
Wow.
Let that resonate, man.
Wow.
That would be an unbelievable accomplishment. I'll go on record. If they do that, if they can beat, so they got what? Gamecocks at home.
Yep.
I think they get a bye, and then LSU on the road, and then Tennessee at home.
And then
right?
Tennessee at home, yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go on record. If they win two of these next three, and they have a winning record in the SEC, there should be no debate, zero debate. Clark Lee's Coach of the Year in the conference.
No, and guess what? I'm going to go on and take it a step further, just depending on how Indiana shakes out. But, man, I'm talking about national coach of the year. Now, of course, if Coach Prime, they picked to finish last in the Big 12, and they go out there and challenge for the Big 12 championship, and Indiana is sitting there in the championship game, which they likely could. Man, I don't care who you are. Nowhere in any notes did you have Clark Lee doing what he did this year.
I mean, it's crazy.
At Vandy.
No, he's right there. You're right, Slay. He's right there in the national conversation, too, with Deion and with Kirk Signett. I mean, it's just they've won. They hadn't won a game. They didn't win a game last year against an FBS opponent, right? And I think they lost every game by at least 17 points.
Yep.
I don't know that I've seen a metamorphosis like this in college football in a long time, from one year to the next. And let's go back to what Clark said in the offseason. He said he was going to completely overhaul the program, all facets of the program, strength conditioning. He's going to call the defensive plays. He brought in a new play caller on offense. They brought in, obviously, Diego Pavia was a big part of that. But he went bit by bit in that program. Okay, what do we need to do? What do we need to change? He changed a ton of stuff and clearly gave a lot of thought to it, brought in people that he trusted, like a guy like Jerry Kill, and they've shown results. And I can't say enough about having been around this league for a long time and knowing how hard it is to win at Vandy and all the obstacles that you face, and he's never, ever used that as an excuse. It's his school. I know he takes a lot of pride in being there and leading that school. I just, again, what he's done and what they've been able to accomplish this year is, even though they lost to Texas when I was there, again, Texas had to get on. Remember, they had to fill an onside kick there at the end of the game
yes,
to secure that game. But just to be there and see the way his team plays and believes and executes was pretty cool. Because it's, to me, one of the greatest things in sports is to see a team, I don't care what sport it is, that is probably out-personneled in most games it plays, and yet finding a way, and this, to me, again, it's the core of team sports, to overcome that and scheme and play together and find different ways to win. And Vandy has been the epitome of that this year.
CeeLo, you presented that so eloquently, like you always do, so I won't even add to it. But I will say we saw this in basketball with Lamont Paris, and he'd get up there and kind of push back at SEC Basketball Media Day about how he was picked last the year before. And you see the run they went on. Clark Lee got up there at the same time and said, I'm building a national championship contending program. And everybody looked around like, does he know where he is? And now you look at it, and on the back end of this, it's like, well, okay, I guess it is a little different.
Well, and even the games, I know we can sit here and play if and what if all day long.
Right,
a lot of teams, right?
Yep.
But I mean, they have the hard to explain how they lose to Georgia State, and I get that. But even Missouri, they lose in 2 overtimes. That could go either way.
Yep.
As I said, the Texas game, they turned the ball over 3 times. They only turned it over twice the whole year coming into that game. And still, as I said, Texas has to get an onside kick. So they're really, really, really close to being right there in the middle of the SEC conversation and the playoff chase.
Yep.
Chris Lowe, ESPN.com. Tough break for the Gators, man. They led at halftime against Georgia. They're right there. And then Lagway goes down, so they've lost 2 quarterbacks. That's tough. And now they go at Texas, huge underdog there. But you said this last week. Billy Napier, say what you want. Those guys are fighting for him.
Yeah, and the good news is it looks like that Lagway's injury is not as bad as they thought it might be initially. And that he might be able to come back and play. And that's key for them because their schedule just gets tougher and tougher the rest of the way. But that's another team that, reminder in sports. So you see a team play as poorly as they did early. I was there in week 2 when A&M comes in there and just really embarrasses them, beats them up, boys them. Florida just looked like, they didn't want to play. And now here we are over a month since then, and his guys are playing their butts off. He has not lost that locker room. It's easy to tell. I mean, it's like, you've been around teams, you played against teams, you could tell when a coach loses the locker room, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he has not lost that locker room. They're playing hard. I think they see hope and they see the future in Lagway. The kids on the team do. I don't know that they can get to 6-6. They got a shot. I don't think they can unless Lagway is playing. Now, if he's back and he can be close to healthy, they got a shot. And if he goes 6-6 and gets them into a bowl, I think he makes it. I really do. I mean, I don't think it's that simple. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that weigh in on that. But the way he's coached and the way he's held that thing together, and again, you got a quarterback that you can really recruit to and build around going forward, there's some hope there. So I think Billy's done a terrific job in what was a really difficult situation to start the year.
Chris Lowe with us on 3HL from ESPN.com. Tennessee with the win over Kentucky 28-18. Dylan Sampson breaks Gene McEver's 95-year-old rush record, and he does it in really 7 games because he missed 2 second halves. But just an impressive season so far for that kid. And then Nico, his best game definitely in SEC play with 292 through the air, up over 300 yards in total offense. Nice win for the Vols. Kentucky played hard. They were just decimated by injuries, but they played hard for Stoops too. Really good game, but big one for Tennessee.
It's another reminder, and coaches say this, and sometimes it's you can couch it as coach speak, but it really is. The more you watch the SEC, it's hard to win in the SEC. And I don't care who you're playing or where you're playing or what type of momentum you've built to that point. You know, if you slip up and you don't play great and you have a bad half or a bad, quarter and a half, you can get beat. I mean, that's a 21-18 game on Saturday. And Kentucky's fighting their rear ends off. And Tennessee's able to make some plays and that defense. I mean, Tim Banks' defense has just been phenomenal. I run out of adjectives to describe just how good they've been. I tell you what I like the most about Sampson. He fumbled early, and he got in the doghouse. He didn't play for the next quarter.
He did play the second quarter.
And he comes back in, doesn't pout, doesn't mope, and gets it done. But no, he's a really good player, and I think to break a record that stood for almost 100 years, and he's on pace to break a lot more records. He's their best football player, and I don't know. I think we all sort of keep waiting for Tennessee just to break through on offense. This maybe just is who they are.
Yeah.
And probably the expectations, that Nico was going to come in and just throw for 350 yards every game, 2 or 3 touchdowns. Part of it, he's just still growing. Part of it is they haven't protected him great at times. Part of it is, he threw a couple great balls the other day that should have been caught that were dropped. Okay. And then you go back the last 3 or 4 games, he's had guys open that he's just not connected with. So I don't think it's not like they're not capable of being, but we just haven't seen it to this point. I think in conference games, you think of these 2 numbers. In conference games, in 5 games, he's been sacked 15 times. Some of that's on him. Some of it's on the protection. I think he's got more turnovers, but he's accounted for touchdowns in conference games. So it's hard to be a first-year starter at quarterback unless you just got an NFL-type offensive line in front of you. And you think about some of those cats Alabama had at receivers when they had Jerry Jeudy running around, or Devontae Smith. Unless you've got that in front of you as a first-year guy in this league at quarterback, it's just hard. But I also give Josh Heupel and that staff credit, man. They played to that defense. He's not going to put Nico in a position, and he's going to manage him in such a way. Now, he certainly wants to see him make more big plays and be more consistent. And they're going to have to beat the Georgias of the world and whoever they might face potentially in the playoff. But he's done a nice job of playing to his strength, and that is his defense. And it's gotten to the point now where, I think they certainly should win Saturday against Mississippi State. And then they go to Georgia in a game that they can write their own ticket if they win that game. They're going to go play, I think, in the SEC championship game probably, and should be a shoe-in for the playoffs if they win that game. If they don't, then that game right there in Nashville on the 30th, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, man, buckle up, Slay, because that is going to be fascinating.
Hey, man, I'm just praying that they don't make it a night game. Because the SEC at night is different, boy, and anything can happen. It's already going to be difficult during the day, but just don't make it at night, man. Ooh, that'll be ugly.
Yeah, it's been a fun year in the SEC. I know maybe for coaches it hasn't, but I do think the league's been top-heavy, guys, for the last 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
Dominated by maybe 2, and LSU in 19 was so much better than everybody else. It's really not that way this year.
No.
And I think that's been refreshing on a lot of fronts.
I totally agree. It's been so much fun. Chris Lowe with us from ESPN.com.
CeeLo, looking ahead, man, you got which team will show up when you look at Georgia facing Ole Miss? Ole Miss, they're a team, man, that can go out and put you away, and they're also a team that can look like they maybe didn't practice 3 days out of the 6 days of the week. So who do we get in that matchup?
Yeah, Ole Miss has sort of been the most probably the most helter-skelter team of the league. They look like a playoff team in some weeks, and in other weeks they lose at home to Kentucky. And they piled up a lot of wins early against bad competition. Let's just call it what it is, right? They didn't play anybody the first 4 or 5 weeks, and I think as they started to play SEC teams, they got exposed a little bit in the offensive line. Now, their defense has been pretty darn good all year long. Well, I like Tennessee. You look at Ole Miss's defensive numbers and Tennessee's defensive numbers, they're pretty comparable.
Yeah.
Now, this game to me is, for all Lane's done there, and he's done a lot. Listen, he's done things at Ole Miss that have never been done before. He's made them a nationally relevant program. But this is the kind of game he's got to win to get over the hump and get that program over the hump from being, hey, a really good program to a program that's got a chance to get into the playoff and really make some waves. He has not won a lot of these types of games. Okay, let's just say it the way it is. He's just not. He's won games that Ole Miss hasn't won a lot over the past, but he has not won a lot of these top 10 type games, matchups. Well, here's another shot at home. It's an afternoon game, but will end at night. This is a big opportunity, not only for Lane, but for that program to break through and sort of be what everybody there in Oxford thought they would be to start the season.
There he is. He's Chris Lowe from ESPN.com. Chris, it's going to be a fun weekend, and we've got a lot of ramp-up time to analyze it all, and we appreciate you hopping on.
Absolutely. You guys have a good time there.
Hey, Lowe, before
yeah.
Well, first of all, they put them French toast sticks out here. Nobody better not come up there because I'm gonna devour them. But I gotta ask you real quick, man. What do we think of James Franklin, man? Like, I mean, at some point, I mean, like
1-9 against Ohio State.
And it goes back to it's sometimes it's not your total record because he's won a ton of games there.
Yes.
He really has.
Yeah.
But he just hasn't beat the games that it's your collective people.
Yeah.
Those people that pay and your donors and your fans. The games that matter are all those people. He's just not been able to win. And he knows it. You could see it in his face. I mean, and I know James, you guys know him. You can hear it in his voice. I mean, it pains him, but it is what it is. And at some point, you go back to some of these other schools where coaches had a lot of success and they couldn't beat the teams that count. You never quite make it. And I don't know what Penn State's going to do, but here's the thing I would say. Who do you know, if you're going to push him out, I don't think it's that point.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you know for sure that you're going to bring in and you're going to be better than what he's done? I still think they get in the playoffs. I really do. Ron, I think they get in the playoff, and if they get in the playoff, maybe they have a chance to sort of rewrite some wrongs from losing again to Ohio State, and that's where this year's different because you got 12 teams and not just 4 teams.
That's true. Yep.
There he is. It's Chris Lowe, 3HL 104.5. So thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, man.
Okay, guys. See you.
Man, Chris is the best, bro.
Low know it all, man.
All right, when we come back, we'll give away another Shoney's gift bag and Tennessee Mississippi State tickets. We'll do that next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, people? Kellum Stem Cell Institute coming to you directly. You need to get over there and get some holistic stem cell therapy. I'm telling you, it heals you. Yes, well, you know what? It doesn't heal you. It's you that heals you because it's your body and your cells. It makes your solution. So when you hear me say that, understand that they're not giving you anything that you don't already have, but they are giving you the holistic stem cell therapy approach of it by harvesting your body's stem cell. And also being able to store them for future and continued use. Now, what the stem cells do is the body's own healing cells. That's what your cells are. They're harvested and redeployed based on your needs. Stem cells attack inflammation in the body, and we know that all autoimmune disorders derive from inflammation. So my knee was giving me problems. What do? Took the stem cells, hit it directly in my knee, and then we had no more problems. Knocked the inflammation out. Go get you a consultation today at 615-850-4415, 615-850-4415, KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
I want to tell you about Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville, and maybe you are realizing, I hate to bring it up to everybody, but it's getting darker earlier because fall is here, but now it's finally the time where you can sit outside and enjoy your deck or patio without sweating, right? Don't you need lights for that? Once it gets dark, maybe you want to enjoy dinner on your deck, but you can't see your food. Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville can help you out. They've been around for over 38 years, been making homes stunning with landscape lighting. Nashville's oldest landscape lighting company. They are the leader in LED technology. They can help you light up your night with festival lights, path lights, wall washing, tree lighting, area lighting. They do the design, the installation, and the maintenance on your lighting as well. Permanent roofline lighting by Gemstone Lighting. They do commercial lighting, holiday lighting. It's safe to say Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville does it all, and they do it all well. And I can attest to it because we get to eat on our deck now because we can actually see our food with our new outdoor lighting from Bob Lyons and his team. Reach out to them. Let them make your home stunning and enhance your landscape with Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville. Go to outdoorlights.com/Nashville.
Real estate out of control between guaranteed offer programs and new laws about agent commissions. It's gotten so confusing. No, what's not confusing? Paying someone a low flat fee to sell your house. And that's where my friends at Listing Spark come in. Listing Spark is Nashville's flat fee real estate company. Flat fee selling is sweeping the nation because it's faster and keeps more money in your pocket. In fact, professional real estate investors have known about this for years. With Listing Spark, you don't pay a hefty agent commissions and you don't leave money on the table. If you have a house worth $400,000, you actually sell it for $400,000 without paying $24,000 in agent commissions. Contact Listing Spark today to find out how much your home is worth for free. It's simple. Call 615-993-LIST. That's 615-993-LIST, or go to listingspark.com. That's listingspark.com.
Hey, it's Zach Lyons here of 104.5 The Zone, and as the resident sports analytics nerd, I know data, and the numbers tell me that the dual power of radio and digital on 104.5 has always delivered for local advertisers. Now's your chance to book your 2025 marketing campaign early with special savings and incentives. Reach out today to your local ad representative or go to 1045thezone.com/epic.
There you go. Rest in peace, Quincy Jones. There's so many elements to that song, man. So many different instruments.
That's classic right there, boy. That's classic right there, boy.
Quincy Jones passed away at the age of 91. Rest in peace. And I didn't know the name of that song until I looked it up. It's The Street Bender, but it's the best theme song in the history of theme songs.
Man, what? It's perfect. It's perfect for that.
And Esther and everybody.
You know it.
Boy. All right, we've got some things to do this segment that are really cool.
Got to knock them out. The box.
Zeph, let's give away a Shoney's gift bag.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Steve Manley.
Steve Manley is right behind you, Zeph, with a Shoney's gift bag. And then he got props from the cooks.
He got props from the cooks?
Yeah. And now we got some clear Tennessee fans over here waiting to see if they win Tennessee-Mississippi State tickets. The winner of the Tennessee-Mississippi State tickets here at Shoney's in Dixon is?
Jeff Triolo.
Hey, Jeff Triolo.
Jeff.
There you go, Jeff. I ain't Steelers there. Ramon will be so happy.
He's got a Steelers shirt on. And
Ramon will give you a high five right
He's got orange in his hat.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, congratulations.
Yes, sir,
you're going to the Tennessee-Mississippi State game. Pair of tickets there. Reese and Laura on hold. Reese and Laura, if you'd rather have more time, that's on me because we had things to do at the remote. But if you want more time, you want to do tomorrow? Because we only have like 2 minutes.
We'll make it quick.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm sad.
Why
are you sad, Laura?
God, I looked all over for Big Splay at the game the other day. I walked every tailgate and tent and everything with my bad ankle, and I never found him.
Oh, man, Laura, I'm always in the same spot. I keep saying I'm by the communications building across the white tent.
Across from the nursing building.
Across from the nursing building.
In between the nursing building and the communications building.
Y'all know the phone service is horrible up
We
there.
had a good time. Big Splay, are you with me?
Hey, Reese, don't cut my girl off when she said it like that. I'm sorry, Laura. I'm going to make it up to you.
Hey, you gave us a 2-minute time crunch, and Steve's eating a salad from a food truck. She'll be fine.
That's a great salad, by the way.
Okay.
Anyhow, so we got to make this real quick. So
right.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. There's 2 people and like 12 police left in all of Vols Village and Neyland Stadium. You know who those 2 people are, Big Play? Reese and Laura. We got canceled by Uber 3 times to our hotel.
What?
And every time she walks, I'm like, no, there's cops there. I have to keep turning her around. She's yelling. And I'm like, no, we're legally drunk. We have to walk away from the police. We have to get away from the police until the Uber comes. So finally, the 4th Uber, instead of charging us $27 and $30, charged us $60. We got the Uber. So we get back to the hotel. It's like 2:30. I'm drinking beer on the balcony. The hotel manager's done come out and celebrated, yelling, "Go Vols." He's having a good time. We're having fun. Laura's got Rocky Top blaring on the car. I'm banging cat food cans over my head. And I lost $200 on the game, but I won like 100 and something back on in-game betting.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not doing that bad. Lost like 50 or $60. And I'm banging these cat food cans over my head, blaring Rocky Top. Everybody's coming out of the hotel. It's a party, right? Guess who shows up?
Who shows up?
Not the police, not what you're thinking. We're all the way at Rocky Top. And 3 stray cats show up, Big Play. I am all the way at Rocky Top, Mecca, and I'm still feeding stray cats.
You didn't take them home, did you, Reese?
I tried, but they ran from me. I said, you have one chance at a good life. You don't have to live this life. You can come home to a good house in safety,
but they ran into bushes, so I just backed off and just gave them a massive amount of cat food.
It was actually dog food.
Part of it was dog food, part of it was cat food.
Those feral cats are going to be wild then.
It was food.
Yeah.
That's what
And so there's people that live at the hotel out on the balcony celebrating. They're staring at us like we're crazy. And I'm singing Rocky Top as the cats are eating. And I said, I can't wait to tell Mayor Babs and Big Slay that I'm all the way at Rocky Top.
All right,
and
Reese.
we're still feeding straight. Hey,
We got to
get on Rocky Top! Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee. We'll call you on Friday. Go Big Orange!
There we go.
There they are, Reese and Laura. They did their thing in Knoxville.
Man, I hate I miss my people, man. They would have told me Friday.
I can't believe he didn't end up with 3 more cats.
Dude.
They have 20-something, for those that don't know.
That's not unlikely. We were playing the kitty cats.
Yeah. So you're saying that those were the little cats running around.
They turned stray.
What are you going to do about these Mississippi State Bulldogs this weekend?
It shall remain. You shall find out, Euro. Yeah, look. Yeah,
Ooh,
little dog.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
A dog collar.
I got some Mississippi State friends, too. Let's see how they feel about that. They want to make any wagers.
Point spreads this weekend. Florida at Texas. Number 5 Texas favored by 21.5. Number 2 Georgia at 16. Ole Miss. Georgia by 2.5. South Carolina at number 24. Vanderbilt. South Carolina, a road favorite, 3.5 points. Number 11 Alabama at number 14 LSU at night in Baton Rouge. Alabama a 2.5 point favorite on the road. Oklahoma at Missouri. Missouri a 2.5 point favorite over a really bad Oklahoma team. Mississippi State at Tennessee. Tennessee by 23.5. Appreciate you being with us.
Wow.
Appreciate all the participation. Man, we always have fun at Shoney's.
Every single time.
Shoney's and Dixon did a great job for us today. We appreciate them. Back at it tomorrow. Listen to the Zone all damn day. Lock it in, rip the knob off, as they used to say. Appreciate you including us in your day. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Have a great night. God bless.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be unless you're Traylon Burks, Tajay Spears, or Babsy's mailbox.
Late.